Gotta love it. Gotta love it. It is Wednesday night and everybody is having a hump day right now. That means you only got a couple more days of work before the weekend gets here. But until then, you got to deal with your boy. This is your boy Andre. Love Crossing Borders TV. Make sure you click that like button. We like you. Make sure you like us too. We got a good show tonight. Oh, oh, we got we got a good one tonight. This is gonna be one of the ones gonna hurt somebody's feelings. If you are sensitive in any type of way, if there's any form of sensitivity to where you might just tear up, you might not want to watch this episode. If you in a long distance, if you pretending like you in a long distance relationship, if you got somebody in your cell phone right now that you consider long distance relationship worthy, you might not want to watch this particular episode. This ain't for you, man. I'm trying to keep your hope alive. I'm trying to keep your dream alive. Let me give a little bit more light. I'm trying to keep your hope alive. So you might not want to be on this one. But for those that want to fact find, because a lot of you guys, you ladies, you men are finding yourself, meeting somebody special on the other side of the planet. And you're happy in the relationship. Everything is going good. They happy to talk to you, video chat. You're happy to talk to them. And man, listen, then the trouble starts to brew. So we're going to talk about 10 signs that you got to admit to yourself. Some of these guys don't want to admit to themselves when the relationship of long distance is over. It's done. You through. It ain't gonna work the way you thought it was gonna work out. And nothing wrong with that. I'll repeat. We don't focus on the problems here. We focus on solutions. Nothing wrong with that. But we're going to talk about symptoms right now. Symptoms of your long distance relationship is not working. But right now, we about to give some shout outs to some people that have been here. My man Pharaoh is in a building representing. What's up, brother? I'm glad to see that you're here. Also, my man Jay, make sure you guys subscribe to his channel. Definitely make sure you subscribe to that man's YouTube channel. Don't do yourself a disservice by not doing that. Also, we got another salute in the building, new to the channel. Let me see if I can pronounce your name. Gaviar or Gabrielle. I hope I pronounced it correctly. Or Garvrel. I think I got it. Let me know if I got it, Garvrel. I'm new to the channel, and I appreciate the content. Thank you very much, brother. Newbie coming in. Then we got my boy, crooked letter I, PPI. Think of it, since I just said that with his name, he just reminded me. I need to put some cologne on. I haven't put any cologne on. Let me see what cologne of the day is going to be. You know what? I think I'm going to go with, this is right in the front. I'm going to go with the Givenchy. Right there, that Givenchy gentleman today. We're gonna go with that one. Oh, that smells. See, that's a grown man cologne right there. That smells grown. See, I need to have a suit on for this one. Goodness gracious, I forgot how adult this one is. This one, this is definitely a date night cologne. This is a date night cologne. You're not just gonna be wearing this one to bed. This ain't just going to bed. This gonna get you in the bed with her. That's what's gonna do. But this when you first going on that date night and she knowing you smelling good. This cologne right here is not for the woman you with. I'm gonna say that again. Jay, let them know. This cologne is not for the woman you're with. This Givenchy gentleman. I'll tell you what this cologne is for. It's her realizing that other women smell you too. You know, women love to know that another woman won't want or appreciate or notice their man. Not to take away their man, but at least notice their man. This is the cologne that's going to get you noticed by other women that your woman go appreciate. That's what this gentleman is. This Givenchy gentleman, that's exactly what it is. It's that cologne that when you walk by with your girl, other women gonna notice, like, goodness gracious, he's smelling good. So make sure you get you some of that cologne. Remember what I say, the 5 C's are of travel: cologne, clothes, cash, condoms, and common sense. You got to have all 5 of those packed with you when you are traveling. If you're not traveling with all 5 of those, I don't know what you're doing, man. You're doing yourself a real disservice to the community. All right. So let me get some of this out here. Okay. So we got done with some of these shout outs. We got Stefano in the building representing as well. Shout out to my man, always being here. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you subscribe to this couple right here. Man, I'm telling you, boy, this time next year, you guys are going to be wishing that you had already subscribed because there's going to be so much knowledge that this couple shares. If you think Andrea and I share a lot of knowledge on long distance relationships or relocating to another country or just having a spouse in your home country, they talk about all these topics as well. So make sure you subscribe to Love, Pursuit, and Love, Purpose, and Passports. I always get that part, the purpose part wrong. I always say pursuit, but Love, Purpose, and Passports. So make sure you guys subscribe to their channel. Help them they're getting closer and closer to that 1,000 subscriber mark. They're scratching at it. So let them get to that mark. Let's get them past the 800 and then go on to the 900 and then to the 1,000 subscriber mark. All right. All right. We got everybody in here. So far, so good. All right. So we're going to from now on, we're going to be breaking the show into segments, into portions, because you know your boy long-winded. So what I'm going to try to do is break everything into segments. So since we've already gone into the segment of giving you guys the intro, we're about to go into the next segment of the show, which is you can't handle the truth.
You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question. You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
This is the segment that I love. You can't handle the truth. And we're going to be talking about 10 truths today. 10 truths about when it's time for your long distance relationship to wrap it up. Let Carol Burnett sing for you. Remember Carol Burnett used to always say, I'm so glad we had this time together. Or you can let Boys to Men sing for you. Now that we've come to the end of the road. Whatever it takes, bruh, it's over. You gotta let it go. Looks like another love TKO. Whatever you gotta do, whatever songs you gotta sing, put on your old school Keith Sweat. I mean, you're gonna put in some old Teddy Pendergraphs. The whole town's laughing at me. Oh, silly fool, how'd you lose such a good thing? Whatever you got to do to help you realize that this particular long distance relationship is over, let it go. Why is that? We're gonna talk about the solution real quick. You remember this segment is called You Can't Handle the Truth. You want the truth, but you can't handle the truth. Here's the truth about it. Your blessing is waiting for you on the other side of your current breakup. Some of y'all ain't gonna meet no good woman because you ain't know how to break up with the bad one. Some of y'all don't know how to get with the good women or the regular everyday women because you know how to break up with pay for play because that's all you ever did. Some of y'all don't even know how to do pay for play 50-50, like have 50% pay for play, 50% regular women. You don't know how to do that. And since you don't know how to do that, what ends up happening is you never get a chance to meet the person or the people who you're supposed to be meeting, even if you just want somebody cool in your phone. So that's why we're going to be talking about this tonight. What are the 10 signs of, listen, bruh, I hate to tell you this, but it's over. Let's get started with number one. Number one sign. You guys should automatically get this, but a lot of dudes don't get it. They don't understand it. Number one sign of that it's over. The phone calls and the texts ain't like they used to be. Remember when you first start texting each other in different languages? She's sending you texts on her lunch break. Now remember, if you got somebody in Colombia, they got a 2-hour lunch break. There is no reason why she can't video chat you. You notice the video chats are starting to get a little bit lower. That means that the phone call, that's one of the signs of this might not be working out for you. She might not be the one like Jet Li. See what I'm saying? So you might have to just let her go. The phone calls become only you making calls, but she's never calling you just to say, hey, babe, like she used to. How you doing, Poppy? Buenas noches, buenos dias, mi amor. None of that. You get none of that anymore. That's a telltale sign that you might want to do a channel check and see if your relationship is over, or if it's on that path, or if you both need to have a discussion on where this relationship is going. Because remember, if you're doing a long distance relationship, one of the key things that you must have going for you is communication. If your communication is limited, I'm telling you, the relationship is limited. Every single time, it will never fail. It will never fail you. I'm just trying to tell them the truth, Jay. I'm trying to tell them the truth, man. They don't want to hear the truth. They can't handle the truth. I'm just saying. He said, I'm not in the long distance relationship, and I feel bad. I'm just saying that's the first sign. That's the first sign that you guys need to have that conversation, because you know, the phone calls become infrequent. Video chats aren't like they used to be. Text messages are one word or they're dry. Remember how she used to text you and just act the fool with the texts? You used to have to use Google Translate for her texts. Now you ain't got to translate nothing because it's only 2 words. Buenas noches. Buenas tardes. Buenos dias. That's it. Those are the only 3 texts you getting all day long. Or remember how you used to just take her like she busy at work, and it used to only take her like 30, 40 minutes, maybe sometimes 15 minutes to text you back. Now she texts you back 9 hours later. Now, mind you, I just said many countries have a 2-hour lunch break. You telling me she couldn't text you back? Yeah, that Gregory Abbott for real. I got a feeling that it's over. Yeah, for real, man. I'm telling you. Shout out to you guys. We got 25 in the chat. Hit that like button. I like you. Make sure you like us too. I'm letting you guys know in all sincerity. And the reason why I say this again, and I tell you this truth because some of you guys don't want to admit this truth. Some of you ladies don't want to admit this truth. Some ladies don't want to admit that the Jamaican dude only wants to sex you down. I'm sorry, American woman. Stop with me, American woman. I don't care, American woman. You think you got Lenny Kravitz like this? I don't care. When you go to Jamaica and Portugal, when you come to Colombia, and I see y'all when y'all come to Colombia, and y'all be getting y'all back broke in by these Afro-Colombian brothers, you be want to get you some Spanish sex in? I got you. I ain't mad at you. But if he's showing you that this is not a relationship, just because you got your back broke in from a dude on the beaches of DR or Ghana, doesn't necessarily mean that you're in a relationship. And you got to come to some conclusions, ladies, just like us men have to come to conclusions. So realize the first thing that you want to notice is if them text messages and phone calls start running short, or acting real funny style, short words on the texts, short statements on the phone, she always got to get off the phone real fast. If that persists, you need to start having a conversation. Numero dos. Y'all don't talk about the future like y'all used to. Remember how I used to ask her about her hopes, dreams, and goals? She used to ask you, what are you looking for in a relationship? What are you looking for? Y'all used to have those little cute conversations. Y'all don't talk like that no more. We don't even talk no more. We run out of words to say. I had to hit him with the Drew Hill. Y'all don't even talk no more. See what I'm saying? Y'all don't even have those real conversations of, am I moving to your country? Is she moving to my country? Y'all don't talk about some of the things that y'all plan down the line just for the summer. It don't even have to talk about deep futuristic stuff. It could just be like, girl, what you got planned, baby? You got anything planned in a couple months? Because I'll be coming down in a couple months, baby. Y'all don't even talk about you coming down in a couple months no more. That's a telltale sign that this ain't working out. If y'all no longer discussing futuristic things, it's just not working. See what I'm saying? Whew. And it may be a situation like for both of you, in all sincerity, that you both are just can't handle being in a long distance relationship. You thought that you could. You were so excited in the beginning, but as a few months went by, you started to realize, like, man, oh, this is harder than I thought it was. This is not a walk in the park. So, she might be thinking that she might really, really be into you, but you live really, really far. And if she's having a bad day or a sad day, or she got or like my man said, her needs come out to feed. Her needs come out to feed. If you think you're lonely now, woo, wait until tonight, girl. Yeah, your girl might be, like he said, when them needs come out to feed. And she might be feeling like tonight, she just lonely tonight. And she not trying to cheat because she like you, but you just too dang, your genitals are too far away. And you might be going through the same thing. You might be going through the exact same thing. So I'm just saying, I'm putting it out there right now. If she ain't calling, she most definitely not interested. WhatsApp is free. Free 99, even when it's on sale. WhatsApp is free, even when it's on sale. Y'all can put that on the t-shirt, okay? Even when it's on sale, WhatsApp is free. So no excuses for not having WhatsApp, taking advantage of it. I'm just putting it out there. I'm spreading rumors. We got 23 in the comment section. Make sure you guys click that like button. I like you. Make sure you like us too. Also, guys, thank you for supporting the channel tonight with whatever proceeds that you guys decide to bless us with. We thank you for that. That'll go towards even more equipment that we can take advantage of. I'm just putting it out there. All right. Larry Perry in the building. He says, Andre, on a serious note, you're raising some very good points. Absolutely correct. That's why I brought this up. That's why I try to avoid long distance relationships. It's too much for me. I love how you put that. If it's not for you and you ain't wired like this, like I did it for 3 years. We got my other brother, Love, Purpose, and Passports. They did it for 7. We got other dudes that did it for 4s and 7s, and whatchamacallit did it for 3 also. Travel ORD. So it's a lot of us that put in the work. And I'm talking about ain't nobody got nobody on the side, ain't nobody sitting up there smashing somebody else, but we getting this frequent flyer mileage like crazy. And it was not easy, and it's not for everybody. And I think that's why I'm bringing this topic out, because I realize I don't want to see ladies in other countries get hurt for the next brother that come along that they really might want to be with. B, I don't want to see you get hurt. See, nobody thinks about us as travelers, as passport bros, or whatever they want to call us, blue book gentlemen. They don't think about us getting our feelings hurt because we really was into this person. They think that we all just out here on the party mode, and that's not necessarily true. So what I try to do is I bring forth this topic because some dudes are wired for this, some dudes aren't. And if you ain't wired for long distance relationship, don't play with it. Don't pretend with it. Don't play with somebody's feelings. Remember what I always say, guys, before we get to the next one. Men are with women for 2 reasons only. That's it. Throughout the history of mandom, There is only two reasons a man has a woman in his life outside of relatives, okay? A, he wants her in his life. Sounds simple, but it has so many dynamics because some women we want our lives just for friends. Some women we want relationships. Some women we want our lives as jump off. Some women we want our lives as that one to be our special one. Some we want to be in polygamous relationships with. So whatever it is, you want her in your life. That's the number one reason why a man would have a woman in his life, because he wants her there. She didn't just get there by mistake. It wasn't happenstance. She didn't trip and fall into your life. You wanted her in your life. Number two reason why a man has a woman in his life, because he be dang if the next man get her. And some of you dudes have women in your phone and you know it. You ain't got along with her in 3 years. Some of y'all trying to keep long distance relationships going because she is so fine. Let's put it like this. If the white boy in Medellin would have listened to this broadcast and this advice, he wouldn't be sitting up there in a prison in Colombia right now waiting to go to court. It was over. Those are the two reasons. A, we want the women in our lives, and B, we so ornery as men, we'll keep a woman in our lives knowing that it's been over. That white boy been knowing what was going on with that female DJ. Wasn't nothing going on, wasn't nothing brand new that was going on with that DJ in Bogota that he deleted. All he had to do was just admit, I wish I ain't letting nobody get that. And you got a lot of dudes that have women in their cell phones from other countries that are like that. You got dudes like that with pay-for-play women. Dudes treat pay-for-play women like they long-distance relationships. The newbies. The newbies will keep a pay-for-play woman in his phone as if it was a long-distance relationship, as if he's actually coming back to somebody special. I gotta love these new dudes. Stefano says, it's 23 people in here. It's only 25 likes. Get them likes up. Oh, 33 people in here. Get those likes up. Thank you very much, Stefano. Appreciate you, brother. All right, my brother says, at what frequency did you flew down? At what frequency did you flew down there throughout 3 years, and you were doing the long distance relationship? On average, that was a good question. On average, I was probably hitting Colombia 4 to 5 times a year. This how I did it. And I remember I was on a live stream. Good question. I was on a live stream and some female made a snide comment and she was like, well, you can't fall in love on vacation time. I don't see how y'all do that. She was being snide and smart, right? I said, and before she got done saying her statement, I said, I did it. And so the audience and the chat and everybody got quiet like, well, how you do it, brother? Tell me how'd you fall in love with 10 days of vacation time? I centered all my vacations around holidays, especially holidays that most people didn't want to take vacations on. Anything that had to do with Martin Luther King Day, President's Day, all Veterans Day, all those days that were connected, those holidays that people usually don't vacation on, I'm on a flight. Because I would take a holiday, right? I'll take a holiday. Let's say Veterans Day, and we all got the day off, and that day fell on a Friday. Cool. That means I got Friday, and my regular days off was Saturday and Sunday, because we usually in America, we get 2 days off from work, right? And so I got 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. One is just a holiday. I would add one of my vacation days. So I would have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, fly back Sunday evening. I would fly out Wednesday night after work because my job was close to the airport. So I could literally leave my car parked in my job. I would catch an Uber, kid you not, catch an Uber, 10 minutes away to the airport, and I could fly out. See, I took my vacation days and I split them up. I was like 2 here, 1 there, 1 here, 2 there, maybe 3. And that's the, you know, I got five, 6 trips to Colombia in 1 year. Why? Because I was sending them around vacation days. I mean, yeah, vacation days, holidays that was already getting. Y'all sitting up here worrying about some dang barbecue. I'm flying out on the 4th of July. Memorial's Day, hasta la vista. I'm out of here. I don't give a damn. No barbecue ribs. I'm a vegetarian, so pescatarian. I eat fish every blue moon. Why am I worried about somebody barbecue ribs, chicken? I don't care about who. The holidays, I don't eat chitlins. So since I'm not a non-chitlin eater, I ain't got to worry about Thanksgiving. Don't care nothing about Black Friday. So when those vacation, what, double vacation days? Wait a minute. Thanksgiving and Black Friday we got off? Oh man, I'm gonna add 2 vacation days to that. So I'm off work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thanksgiving is Thursday, Black Friday is Friday, Saturday off. I fly back Sunday night. I got 4 or 5 days. And guess what day I flew out? Monday night when I got off work. So when I sit back and I say you can do this, if you really want to do this, you can do this. I ain't care nothing about y'all. Grandmama making her favorite sweet potato pie. Hey, here's what y'all do. Y'all keep me a slice or a pie. Grandma, yeah, baby, could you do me a favor? I'm gonna be in Medellin. I'm gonna be in Cali. I'm gonna be in Cartagena, Grandma. You ain't coming, not this year, Grandma, not this year. Could you make me a pie and put it to the side? Just put my name on it, because you know how our family is. I got you, baby. I'm gonna put it to, bam, I got my pie put to the side. With 10 days of vacation days, just like everybody else, just 10 days. I ain't use no FMLA, none of that. Just regular vacation days and regular holidays. And I blended those holidays and vacation days together. And normally when most of my coworkers ask for, well, can I get these days off? I wasn't even worried about those. Then when I knew that, okay, 6 months from now, what's going to be Christmas, you know, at that particular year, I would ask for my vacation days early for Christmas, and my vacation days early for New Year's, and my vacation days early for Thanksgiving, because I knew everybody was going to try to get those days off. So I'm asking in July, while the rest of y'all trying to get them in October. I done already got mine in, so they already got me on the list. Well, Andre won't be here. We already got that down pat. He won't be here for the company Christmas party. Believe me, no excuse. No excuse. So yeah, good question, man. Good question. That's exactly how I did it. Because if you're taking it serious, that's what you would do. I kid you not. President's Day, all of the holidays, President's Day, Martin Luther King. I wish you would put a vacation day in there. Memorial Day, Veterans Day, all them days. Well, if the company is letting us off on Columbus Day, your boy gone. I'm gonna add one of my vacation days to it. Especially if it's clipped. Let's say, let's put it like this. Let's say Veterans Day fell on a Wednesday, so we get that Wednesday off. I would add 2 of my vacation days, Thursday, Friday, and I would have Saturday automatically, and I fly back Sunday night. That's 4 days in Colombia, hanging out with Andrea. Kid you not. Man, I was down in South America so much, man. Everybody the whole college campus knew where I was. Oh, Andre, the holiday coming up, Andre, you flying out? They automatically knew, because the ladies wanted me to bring them girdles back. You know, Colombia fajas, their girdles are like some of the best in the world. So my female coworkers will always be asking me, bring them girdles back from Colombia. But kid you not, women automatically knew if it was a holiday coming, Andre he gone. Okay, so we already talked about when it comes to the ending of your long distance relationships, one of the signs you should look for, if the calls or text messages start getting funny style, you might want to think about that one. The next one is that we already looked at is that you guys don't talk about the future anymore. You don't talk about plans for the future, plans for a flight, plans for a trip, plans together, hanging out during the summer. You don't talk about nothing. It's just nothing, huh? I just ain't showing no love. Okay. All right. Numero tres. Number 3 sign. The third sign that you should look for is that you, once again, you don't make any plans to see each other. If you have no plans, if you ain't trying to do this tragedy that I just described in regards to vacation days and the holidays, how you gonna make it work? How's that person gonna know that you're really into them and they're into you? Because one thing I can say, if I was setting up holidays, guess who was setting up holidays on her job? Andrea. I would tell Andrea months in advance, okay, I got my vacation days and my holidays set up on this particular weekend. So she talked to the firm that she works for, and Andrea would be like, well, Andre's coming down, my man's coming down from the States, so therefore I need this day, that day off. So she knew what days to set up for her holidays or days off, vacation days, because they get 10 days off here. I think they get 14. They get 14 in Colombia. They get a whole 2 weeks. So she was doing the exact same thing. So if she was willing to do it, I was willing to do it. It was those things that made us work out. But if you aren't making any plans to see each other, if she's coming up with excuse after excuse after excuse to see you, or even you're so busy and you don't have time, bruh. I know when you met her, you was excited, and she was excited when she met you. But then you went back to the States, and your stateside work schedule reminded you who you really are as far as your time is concerned. You ain't got time like that. Or you don't know how to juggle your business side or your career side and your, trying to have this long distance relationship. Because in the States, you used to just on the weekend call them, hey, big head, what you doing? Nothing, I'm on my way. You used to doing it like that in the States, right? I was too. But you can't do it like that. Now you with somebody long distance, you got to plan and maneuver stuff and phone calls and make sure everything. And you might not be able to do that. Now you back in the States, reality just kicked back in. You didn't have a 2-hour or 40-minute or 30-minute drive to work and drive back home while you was on vacation. Now you got to calculate that time. Now you're like, oh, man. You got to think about all the little things. I mean, it was plenty of times I'd be stuck in traffic and I just cut my phone on call, do a video chat with Andrea while I'm in my car driving, stuck in traffic between Orlando and Tampa. And anybody from Florida automatically knows straight down I-4 heading to Daytona. Yeah. So it was those little moments at lunch breaks. I'm on my walk across campus, I'm talking to Andrea. Video chats. Everybody knew Andrea. Dude, on my college campus, man, everybody knew Andrea. Everybody. It was no secret. Do not sit back and think that it was like a secret and only my closest friends knew. Everybody knew Andrea. Because I'd be walking, the females be like, oh, who is she? She cute. How you doing? Well, I'm so. I'm Andre's co-worker. Hey, I talk to you. Or the Spanish, or the women come over that's Latin. My Latin co-workers will come over and then they speak in Spanish and Andrea just chopping it up with them. I'm like, so that's how y'all gonna do me? Like I ain't sitting here, right? That's what we're doing. And so she be chopping it up with them. Andrea was not a secret. If your girl is a secret in your life, she ain't your girl. She'll jump off. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You wouldn't want her to keep you as a secret, would you? You wouldn't want her to pretend like you just somebody special when you come to town, right? Shout out to Island Boy in the building. Ransom in the building. doing a thing. See what I'm saying? That's how they did. Question. He say, what is haciendas? I didn't give me the translation. ¿Qué están haciendo? See, you guys are testing my Spanish. Buenas tardes, mi amigos. Shout out to my man DJ Chisel in the building. Cheers. He said, what are you all doing? Oh, okay, cool. Thanks. I was close. Okay, so the topic tonight is 10 signs that your long distance relationship might not be working, but you don't want to admit it. You want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question. You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
And that's the problem with a lot of dudes. Can't handle the truth. So that's what this segment is called. So the next one is, since you know the phone calls aren't as frequent, you aren't talking about making plans anymore. You don't make plans like you used to go see each other or visit each other, or vacation times. You aren't trying to see each other on a regular basis because she got needs. And here we go. Here's the next one. The lying begins. Let the lying games begin. You guys are lying more than the Roman emperors sending out lions in the stadiums. You lying like a rug. You lying like an autumn leaf. You lying like a lazy mongrel dog. Both of you are lying. Somebody smashing somebody behind the scenes, or somebody hollering at an ex behind the scenes, or somebody's doing something behind the scenes they ain't got no business doing. You ain't smoke when you was in Colombia because she ain't see you smoking. Now you back in the States and your cigarette habit in full force, baby, because the United States get on your last nerve, and I understand. They gonna make a man want to smoke in the States. I understand it. I understand you had to put that cigarette out. I got you. But you've been lying that you smoke cigarettes. Lying your butt off. Or you've been lying about she gonna be the one, but you know on your phone you got like 3 more. Because you know ain't nothing wrong with having a backup plan. You lying. You lying, dude. This ain't gonna go far. Why am I saying this? Because lying brings forth a certain type of energy. And I noticed that when I was out there on cheat mode back in the day, it brings a certain type of energy that it's like a cloud or something, man. When you lying, you know that you know it, but you just kind of think like, do they see it? Do they notice it? It's almost like having a scar on your face and you like, you try to hide the scar, but that's what lying is. And the same thing with her. The lying, you like, ugh. Is she being honest? Is she being truthful? Is she into me, or do she still got some exes in her phones? Because you know, females, women keep an arsenal of us calling. Women keep an arsenal of men calling. Don't think that just because you call and she telling the world, this my boo, and she got you on Instagram photos, and she got you on her Facebook page and all that. Guess who gonna call? Exes, dudes that she wasn't interested in back in the day, male friends that never told her that they like her. All these dudes gonna be reaching out. Men do not care if a woman got a man. And it's the same thing when you're doing long distance. So you gotta trust her. But the funny part is, if the lying begin and you know that she lying about something, Maria, yeah, baby. How was your weekend? It was fine. What you do this weekend? Well, you know, me and Monica, we went out to so and so and so and so. Now she know Monica is hollering at your boy. Your boy, you call your boy. Hey, ask Monica, what she do this weekend? Monica said, I spent the whole weekend at the finca with my family. You looking at your girl. This woman sitting up here told me a barefaced lie. She said she was with Monica all weekend. I'm gonna get to you, Dre. She told me she was with Monica all weekend. And come to find out, she lying. So what is she lying about? If you gotta have those feelings, man, that's a sign that this long distance relationship ain't for you. Maybe another one is for you, but not this one here. Bruh, I'm gonna say it again. I know she fine. I know she got that good. I know she made that tear come down when she was giving you firehead when you was down in Colombia. I got you, bro. I understand. Your eyes glazing like Dunkin' Donuts every time you bust in her mouth. I got you. I feel, bro. I got you. But dude, do realize everybody can be replaced. But she the one. Look at her, Dre. This was my and I know you went put on WhatsApp and she your receipt, and everybody was like, "Oh man, you got you a good one, dog. She a trooper, dog. I got dog. You got." Sometimes ain't nothing wrong with bailing out. Don't be like I said. Don't be like the white boy in Bogota. He's sitting. He about to do L in a foreign country over a female that all he had to do was just let it go. Looks like another love TKO. All he had to do was just let it go. Shed your tears. Be sad. Be mad. But don't do something stupid. And one of the things that we do that's stupid is not the craziness that he did. The thing that we do stupid is we stay in the relationship because men are ornery. We stay in the relationship because we some ornery mother. You can't tell a man that I bet you she ain't gonna make nobody else cry while she giving them firehead. I bet that I'm staying right in this relationship. You know it's over. Some of you dudes right now, it's 41 of y'all in here, at least 4 of y'all got in a relationship right now that ended 2 years ago, and you still sitting up in that relationship because you don't want Keith down the street to get that meat. You don't want him to give her that meat. You don't want Keith down the street to give her that meat. You don't want, like we said in the back in the day, you don't want Jody to get it. You don't want Sport Coat to get it. You don't want Dexter St. Jock to get it. You can go to DR, but I wish my woman would dare go to DR. Sometimes you got to let it go, bruh, so you can get the real blessing that you deserve to have. That's my point. You dudes be hanging around too long, man. Shed your tears and move on. All right, my man Dre in the building, double E. He said, for someone who is a 1099 contractor, does it make sense that does it make sense that major holidays in the States work for the 10 days? Or would it be better to coordinate with the holidays in Colombia? Much appreciated. It's actually better to coordinate. It's kind of funny that you would say that. If the person that you're dealing with, remember what I said with me and Andrea, Colombia has a holiday for every other month. So usually when our holidays fall, Colombia is going to have a holiday. We only got 9 of them in the United States. Do y'all realize that? We only got 7 to 9 paid, enjoy yourself holidays. Colombia got 19. So 9 times out of 10, your holiday gonna fall on your holiday weekend, or how you set it up will eventually fall on theirs. Every time you turn around, Andrea was like, we got Monday off, we got Monday off, we got Friday off, we got Friday off. It was like at least twice a month. It was like rare that they would have a month where Colombians did not get some days off. They even got family day holiday. Like, just go spend some time with your family. Just go. Just spend some time with your family. Go have some beers. Enjoy yourself with your family. So it was better for me to center them around my holidays, and Andrea could just let her boss to them know, like, hey, in about a month and a half or next month, Andrea's coming down. I would like to have these days off. And it was cool. No problem at all. That's one thing I can say about Andrea and I. We never had complications when it came to if I was coming down for a particular weekend or 4 days or 5 days. Never her job. It was never a time period where she had to work. They always allowed her, hey, no problem. See you when you get back. And most bosses are like that down here in Colombia. But when I moved down, Andrea wasn't taking no vacation days. She was going to work full time at that time period. So now she works part time, but now she was full time. I'm just stuck in here by myself. Like, okay. So yeah, Chess King in the building. Oh yeah, he said yeah. My Spanish is no bueno. Yeah, muy mal. Victory, my brethren. Get those likes up, brothers. We got 38 people in the building on a Wednesday night. We got Will in the building. My man Will. Yeah, that face mob. Yeah, that Facebook mob that's coming for her. Definitely. No one. If you have an attractive woman, don't ever think, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, guys. If you have an attractive woman, you're going to have to just get comfortable with the fact that other men recognize that she's attractive too. They might not walk up to her and ask her for her number. They might not walk up to her and say, ooh, baby, baby, baby. They might just notice her like, dang. Don't trip. You notice that she's attractive. Other human males will notice that your woman is attractive. When every country that we've gone to thus far, you swear Andrea was the queen of the earth. When we went to DR, male and females losing their mind to see a Colombian. I'm like, is it that serious? We were in Mexico, same thing. Cuba, same. Them dudes what the Cuba, they don't hide breaking their neck. They was breaking their neck in groups. Like, so y'all, so I ain't even standing here. Y'all just ignore the big brother, huh? But I understood. If you're gonna have an attractive woman, any of you guys, you can't be insecure. You really can't, because that's gonna cause that person to be uncomfortable with being in their own skin, with being themselves, in other words. He said, but I love her. I know. Hey, Jay, come on, man. We know dudes just like that. Just like that. You knew the relationship was over year one. You knew it was over. You knew that you was moving on. Hey, Jay, check it out. Dudes be knowing the relationship is over and will cheat before they let her go. That's partly why I don't trip on the fact that 70% to 80% of all divorces and breakups and relationship breakups, not just divorces, are initiated by the women, because men are ornery. We're territorial and we're ornery. We knew we should have let her go when she first caught us. Well, actually, when she caught us cheating the third time, we should have let her go. Or when we kept arguing over stuff, for petty little stuff, we should have let her go. When we sat back and we don't even talk no more, we run out of words to say. When y'all don't even talk no more. Y'all know this is over with. She going to church by herself. She taking the kids to school by herself. But what do? As territorial as we are and as ornery as we are, we will stay in that relationship and we will cheat before we go and find a healthy new relationship and let her find. And I wish she would find somebody else to be happy with, and he happy, and my kids are in that house happy with him too, and she happy, and I'm not going to. I would rather be a dad that's a bad example because I'm cheating on your mama than to let another man get your mama. That's a man. That's a man, and nobody can tell me otherwise. I see us do it all the time. All the time. It's plenty of. I was just kidding when I said it's 41 in here. It's 45 in here right now. I guarantee I guarantee it's at least 10 dudes in a relationship in this chat right now, even if it's long distance or if it's in the States. I don't care if you've been with her since high school or you just met her last year. I bet you there's at least 10 of y'all in relationships right now that you shouldn't be in. Bet that. Bet that. But that you either ain't got the balls to leave or you ain't gonna. I wish she would lick somebody else's booty like she licked my booty. This she only licking one booty in this. Y'all ornery. Yeah, I wish she would cook that favorite food like she cooked that favorite meal for me. Y'all ornery. Men are territorial and we're ornery by nature. By nature. And the more testosterone and manly and alpha we are, the more ornery and territorial we are. That's just about every man from priest to prophet. All of us are like that. All of us. What? The only difference between me that I know how to leave a relationship because I admit that men are like that. I admit that I'm like that so I could catch it. Like, let's say, God forbid, a relationship that I was in at one point in time. My marriage in the States. Let's use that as an example. And we both came to the conclusion that we literally sat down at the kitchen table, had a kitchen table talk. By the time we stood up, I was packing my stuff because we both knew this ain't working. Now my wife is gorgeous. My ex-wife, gorgeous. I could have easily been like most dudes. I wish another would. I done bought this house with this woman. We done moved from state to state. I done been a stepdad raising her kids and I could have did all the ornery stuff that us men do. Knowing that I was out there creeping like a mother, right? Knowing this relationship really was over. I could have got up from that kitchen. I could have still sat at that kitchen table and lied to that woman. And some of you dudes, you still sitting at the kitchen table lying to that woman. You still lying. You pretending like it's still working. It ain't working. She don't like you. You don't like her. Y'all should have been just friends. And I bet you it's about 10 of y'all right now in this chat right now in a relationship that you ain't got no business being in. And if it's long distance, bruh, just move on. This South America. Don't tell me you can't find nobody fine again. Don't tell me you can't find nobody fine again. But Dre, I love her. Okay, Charles talking to everyone 24 hours before Will up. You about to fly out? Charles look like you about to fly out. Pre-trip stress. All right. All right, Charles. Make sure you have a great flight too, man. Salute. Let me scroll down. I'm not trying to dip anybody's conversation. Doing pretty good, brethren. Doing pretty good. Having a good night. He said I get 10 paid holidays. There you go. Just like most of us. Yeah. Some get a little more, some get a little less. He said my holidays start every time I get on the phone. I ain't mad at you. I'm mad at you, Will. Shout out to you. Will down here right now, if I'm not mistaken. CPT in the building representing straight from the pool. Data's in the building. He said, hey, ain't nobody noticed her. I don't want her. Correct. Some dudes can, hey, Data. Bruh. It'll amaze you how many. I remember I met a dude. He said, my woman beautiful. As long as she wearing a trench coat. I said, what? He said she could dress as sexy as she want. As long as she wear a jacket. I said, dude, man, you can't do that, bro. Why? Can I tell y'all something about my ego? And maybe a few of you brothers out there like that. I kind of, just a small percentage, I kind of not necessarily enjoy, but I kind of, yeah, I guess I kind of like or enjoy when I do notice dudes notice what I'm working with, you know, you kind of enjoy that look that brothers give you, like, that's your work, dog. Yeah, you see what I'm working with, right? I've had dudes in the States with even my female friends. I remember one time I went out salsa dancing with a friend of mine. She's a Puerto Rican model, right? And she's a traveling nurse. So we went out to the salsa club and we danced. And a brother walked over to me. He said, "Man, that's you?" I was like, "No, that's my girl." He was like, "Dang, dog, you sure that ain't your work?" I was like, "Nah, man, my girl in Colombia, dude." He said, "Man, you got a girl in Colombia? You got one like this on the dance floor?" I was like, "Yeah, that's good people." You kind of like that as a dude. That kind of like boosts your ego. Like, yeah, I got my fine woman in Colombia who I'm really into, but I'm on the dance floor with a beautiful Puerto Rican model. What? 6 footer? Oh, I must be doing something right in this thing called life. You know, sometimes as a man, you kind of like that little encouragement from other men, as long as they not being disrespectful or anything. You say, been there, done that. Yeah. He said, facts, I believe her when she said men aren't attracted to her. Then when you were out, they were attracted. Yeah, seriously. My man Double E and my namesake. Hey Dre, shout out to you, brother. Thank you very much for the super chat. He said, makes sense when you advise. He said, when you advise for her to stop working, if you have the income to provide for both, absolutely correct. How did y'all bring that conversation up? Actually, it came up during our trip to, I don't want to say it was a trip to Mexico. I forget which trip it was. And it was during the time period. It was like this time, it was right around the time period where taxes are due, because Andre does corporate taxes. Taxes are due in October here in Colombia. And so, but we had a trip scheduled, and Andre, we sat down, and I was like, you know what? Maybe you should just work for your firm part-time. Find out if you can do that. And Andre was like one of the office managers. And so they were like, okay, we're willing to work with you, because her clients liked her so much. Her clients and their wives. And it's hard to find female accountants, corporate accountants, that the client and his wife like. And why did they like Andrea? Because as soon as the wife saw Andrea, most of the wives, they'd be like, that's your accountant? So you could be in the office with her going over numbers in the late night hours? Oh no. So the wives used to be tripping. But when the husband say, no, she's engaged to be married, her husband is blah, 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 blah. Or Andrea will explain it. And so the wives will be a lot more comfortable. And so the husband would be a lot more comfortable because his wife is comfortable, the person that owned the business. So that's why Andrea was able to move into part-time doing corporate accounting. And she didn't have to do it full-time anymore, because Andrea used to be coming to apartments stressed out. I mean, stressed out on people's books. Like, people sit up there and they'll mess their money up, and then they be like, Andrea, fix it. That's basically how they do Andrea when it comes to taxes. Like, okay, Andrea, fix it. Like, are you crazy? You're supposed to have this done, especially if they're late. So, yeah, but yeah, we had that coming to Jesus meeting, and her company said, okay, cool. We have no problem with that. You're good at what you do. All right. He says, take the L as soon as possible and move on. Yeah, that's a good bit of advice. That goes over a lot of guys' head. Let's not let that slide by, guys. Take your L. Take the L as soon as possible. Bruh. That's one of the reasons why me and my ex-wife are cordial right now. Like, I don't call her all the time. I'll be in her business. That ain't me. But if I do talk to her, we cordial as can be. Ain't no bitterness, no anger, no. It didn't work out. We both were sad. But as time went on, we both have moved on, right? Why? because we got it over with. We ripped the Band-Aid off at the kitchen table. We didn't wait until we were like two bulls. I hate you too. I can't stand you. I can't stand you either. I want a divorce. I want a divorce too. We didn't do all that. Some of y'all dudes, y'all remember I said some of you dudes, you're ornery and you're territorial, and you will keep your woman around till she can't stand you, and then she got to file for the divorce, and here you go, you cussing out, she all type of H's and B's and da 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 da. I can't stand her, my baby mama, this and that and that. Dude, you knew you should have had that kitchen table conversation 3 years ago. Now she filed paperwork. Now you bitter. The courts, the system, they're against me. Nobody understands me as a man. To a certain extent, I got you, and I agree with you. But to a certain extent, a lot of that headache that you would have went through, if you wouldn't waited till this time came, when you're like two rams, and you would have did it 3 years ago when you were supposed to separate, them 3 years later, you would have got over that pain of you not being with her anymore. She would have got over that pain of you not being with her anymore, or you not being you see what I'm saying? You guys not being together anymore. And you could have moved on those 3 years. Now, 3 years later, you're going through a bitter divorce because you should have been broke up. You've been cheating. You should have been broke up. She been cheating or desiring it. You should have been broke up. I don't want nobody to have my kids. So you want, okay, here we go. So you would rather your kids see two parents that can't stand each other than to see the kids eventually with a happy mama and a happy daddy living happy lives. But you rather your kids grow up watching two grown people that can't stand each other and they little kids and they don't know what's going on. They thinking, so this is what love is? I want to know what love is. I want you to show me. Papa, come on. Y'all got to get together. Oh, yeah, for real. My man in the building. Shout out. Make sure you subscribe to Speak Spanish Now channel. He always got some good tips, man. Always get some good tips on learning Spanish and getting better. Him and Domain with Let's Learn Spanish. Let me scroll down. Was it a kitchen table red? No, actually, you got me on that one. Actually, it was a white kitchen table. And kid you not, man, we sat up there. I could see it plain as day where I was sitting, where she was sitting. And we sat down and had that it was called the upside down plate conversation. Turn that plate upside down and you can say whatever you want to say. And it wasn't easy. It wasn't an easy conversation. And I remember when she said, okay, this is, to be honest, she said, this is your outs. She said, she said, do you want to make this work or do you want out? And I was like, you know what, to be honest, we're lying to each other. We both need to be out. We both need to be out. I say, because you ain't gonna go through. I say, I don't see me being the person that you need. And I don't see you being happy with the person who I am. I say, so I'm gonna pack my stuff. And it was hurting, dude. I say it cool now, but it was painful at that kitchen table. But I knew I would rather go through the pain with somebody that we still were cordial with each other at a kitchen table than two people that hated each other. That conversation would have been completely different if we would have waited 3 years later. Believe me, completely different. It would have been some, I hate you too. Well, I mean, we're at that kitchen table, we can look at each other eye to eye and have that conversation. And some of you dudes, when it comes to your long distance relationships, you holding on too long, bro. If you see that person, the texts and the calls are coming to a limitation, you have no plans on seeing that person in the next few months. You got to see that person every few months, dude. You have to. And you, the lying begins. Number 5, another sign of your long distance relationship is over with is the cheating begins. Let's finish with these comments. He said, I got a kitchen table combo coming this weekend, and I love her. Yeah, dude, I ain't gonna even lie. It was painful. It was painful. It wasn't like I said, I may be saying in the conversation, but it's been years ago, so I could say this now. But at that moment, man, I got my car. I was in tears. You'll find love again, Andre. It wasn't easy at all, for real. Do not think I wasn't smiling at that time. It was a rainy night, and it was a rainy night too. Rain coming down. Jeez. I want to go outside in the rain. It may sound crazy, but I want to go outside in the rain. That's how I was, bro. I kid you not. Serious, man. Serious. Let me scroll down a little bit. He say facts. We men need to learn when it's time to take the L and learn from experience. No hate, no bitterness. That's one thing we didn't have because we did it in advance. No hate, no bitterness. Just take the L, move on. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Amon Black is in the building. He said, what to do if you get a girl pregnant overseas and she wants to get an abortion, but you don't? Ooh, that's a tough one. Should you accept the L or move on, or should you work hard to change your mind? Me personally, I would try my best to change that person's mind and ask them what is it that will cause them to say that they don't want it at this time period. And I don't mean that, well, I just don't feel like I need to have a baby right now. No. You're going to give me some more deeper details. We need to have a thorough conversation, because if my little one is not going to be on this planet, I need to know some thorough reasons why. And I don't need it to be because you young and you want to go to the party. That's the last thing that I'm trying to hear. But also, you got to make sure that if you're going to truly be in that young person's life, because it's easy for you to sit back and say, I want this beautiful woman to give me a beautiful baby, but are you going to be a beautiful father? I mean, are you willing to relocate and drop all? Because that might make her feel like, well, if you're going to relocate over here, even if we don't stay in a relationship, but you're going to have a relationship with the child, she might say, I might reconsider that. I might reconsider, not having the baby. But if you trying to convince her, have my baby, but I'm gonna be in the States, I'm gonna send a couple dollars, but all the parental responsibility is mainly gonna be on you. I might not be there for the birth of the child. What do you expect her to do? You see what I'm saying? You expect her to make the sacrifice of her life to become a parent. Then you better be able to make a sacrifice that's going to be a sacrifice of a lifestyle and be ready to move over to whatever country you need to move to be a full-time father. I'm not talking about being full-time in a relationship with her. Like I said, you ain't got to be with her, but at least say, hey, I'm here. I moved from the States. I'm ready to be a dad for real, for real. I'm not playing. This ain't a game to me, girl. We about to have this shorty. But if you just talking from the other side of the world, man, come on, bro. You got to let her make that decision. You could try to talk her out of it, but if she doesn't, you can't blame her because you ain't around to be a full-time dad. That's how I look at it. I could be completely wrong. He said, I messed up, bro. He said, my Dominicana somewhere got into my phone gallery. Somehow got into my phone gallery, and I broke our heart this week. The whole town's laughing at me. Oh, silly fool, how'd you lose such a good thing? Dang. I feel terrible, fam, but it might be a wrap, bro. First of all, that's why Andrea and I do not go into each other's phones. I've never been in Andrea's phone. She's never been in mine. And mine, remember that a couple times, you guys know, a couple times, some of you guys in the WhatsApp group with us, you already know I forgot my phone here on flights back to the States. Oh, babe, I would have my spare phone. I'd be like, hey, babe, I get to the States. I'd be like, do me a favor, babe. Check the bathroom. Check and see if my phone's still plugged up in the bathroom. Oh, it is? Okay, put it away for me, or do whatever you're going to do with it. Just make sure it stays plugged up. So, and dudes in the WhatsApp groups be like, hey, man, listen, bruh, listen, if I left my cell phone at my home and my girl there, man, listen, I had to tell the captain how much to turn the plane around. Dudes are cracking all type of jokes on me, but I wasn't worried. Why? Me and Andre don't play them games. Remember I said conversations? You got to have those deep conversations about the future. Me and Andre talked about this early. We do not play mind games with ourselves. For example, I grab Andrea's cell phone, right? It's 3 dudes in there trying to holler. I want you back, baby. I see you traveling. I saw you on YouTube, girl. I see you. You're looking amazing. Can we do lunch? Now, Andrea may not have responded to any of this, but you know how we do. We'll send a message in a bottle, in a send. Person ain't talked to us in 3 years. And we will push send. And so if I grab Andrea's phone, first thing I'll be, who is this? Who is this dude right here? Andrea like, I didn't even respond to that. I didn't even see that in there. Oh, no, he was in there. So to keep all them headaches down, because I know how us men are, because we will send a message from out of nowhere on a female. And y'all can't tell me we don't do that one. We will send a message in a minute on the phone to an old female, because we hunters by nature. We hunt. And so we will hunt for some new prey and still hunt for some of our old prey. And females that have some messages in their phones and in their WhatsApps and in their DMs, they didn't even know it was there. And they sincerely meant that. I didn't know this crazy man text. No, you cheating. And the female looking at you like, dude, I'm telling you the truth. Keep them headaches down in the mind games. Me and Andre don't even play them phone games. That's one thing Andre and I do not play with. Them cell phones, man. We really don't. Shout out to you, brothers. Pregnant is a different matter. A third person, the child, is involved there, and you need to trade. You need to tread carefully. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you really, really do. He said old photos. Some were compromising videos, nothing illicit, but happened a while when I was in Punta Cana, and she was in the capital. And ain't nothing you can say to convince her otherwise. But baby, them old photos, girl, look at the date on it. See the date on these photos? These old, girl, what you talking about? This was before our love. This was before our love, girl. And if you about to let her cheat, in the words of Eddie Murphy, break up this relationship, there's something really wrong with our love. So yeah, man. He said, not gonna lie, a few years ago, I dated a fine woman from PR here in the States who had my nose wide open. And when she started disrespecting my manhood, hasta la vista. He said he left that. Dude, I kid you not, man. Sometimes you got to lead a victory. I've been there, man, dude. I had to break up with one. I had her nose wide open. She had my nose wide open. It's just that I knew that, and this is before I met Andre, like a couple years before I met Andre, and I really started traveling, and I had come to the conclusion I was going to live in the States. and I'm with somebody and we were together for like a year. Just think about you with somebody for a year and you discover I don't want to live in the United States anymore. What do you do with that person? Bruh, I had to be honest. And I talk about this was the one. If I was in the States, that's who I'd have been with. Hands down. Man, I broke over her, bruh. It was not pretty. I'm not talking about that she was like cussing me out. She cried, man, like, oh my God, man. I've never seen a woman just cry. She boo-hoo, man. I was hurting. She crying on my chest, drenched. I mean, just gorgeous. Whenever you make a beautiful woman cry, it is not fun, dude. But I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I told her the truth and I went on with my life. And now you see me today. I'm glad I didn't lie to her. I knew it was, and I think about it. This was freak nasty. Nasty. This was my 50 Shades of Grey female. Dude, she was down for, dude, we had more toys than Milton Bradley. Man, we stayed in an adult store. Let's get that. Well, how about that? Well, if I tied you upside down, would that be, dude? If it was long as it wasn't illegal, we was into it. Except for some LGBTQ stuff, that wasn't us. But my point is, when you gotta let the freakiest. I could have easily, bruh, if there was anybody I could have been ornery, like some of you, that's what my point in saying this is. I could have easily been like a lot of you brothers, ornery. I ain't never letting nobody else get this. I've taught her things. She showed me things. Ain't nobody getting this. She giving fire skull. Nobody getting this. Naturally curly hair, giant afro. With the Irish girl freckles. Nobody get. I could have easily did that. And if I would have, I would have never left the States. I would have never met Andrea. There would be no love crossing borders. There would not be meeting up with Ace. There would not be meeting you guys. There would not be the other business ventures that we have. It would be none of me understanding a life outside the United States. None of that would have happened. Think about it. None of this that you know Andrea about would have happened at all. It would have been dream deferred if I did one thing, because she was so wild and so beautiful and so attractive and so sexy. And I became ornery, and I said, no, can't nobody else have this one. I've waited a lifetime for this particular one. This is my 50 Shades of Grey one. Nope. I could have easily did that, man, and ruined my life. And some of y'all are doing that right now. Y'all doing that right now. You ruining your life, whether it be in a long distance relationship or a relationship in the States. Take that L, like the brothers are saying, let it go. I am an example of taking the L in a relationship in the States in order to receive the blessings of life later on, bruh. I'm telling you, I'm a prime example of a dude that had to take that L, and it was harsh. I mean, she was crying. I thought you was my future. I thought you was this. We were gonna travel across the United States. Dude, she was, dude, and right now she's happily married. Cool dude. I talked to her husband. Cool dude. Good dude. Real good dude. Good couple. See, I know how to move on. I'm not one of those dudes that reflect back like, oh, man, I wonder what she's doing. No, I'm not one of them dudes. I enjoy the life that I have. But yeah, man. Yeah, seriously. And the pain of the separation was brutal. I know, bro. I know. He said, but I left her alone. Didn't look back. Yep. It took me 3 years to get over it. I know that feeling. I learned a lot, all that, man. And I'm a better man for it. Absolutely correct. Let me scroll down a little further because I know I'm way behind with you guys with the comments. He says, good thing to treat her better than any other man ever had and ever has. So she's leaving the door open. But I told her I'm going to respect whatever decision she makes or whatever she decides to do. You can't beat that, brother. I remember I had one female. She was about that we broke up and we were about to get married. I mean, she was about to get married and she called me. And she said, Andre, I want to thank you. I said, what for? She said, for showing me what a real man was. She said, even though things didn't work out between you and I, you were the first real, like, gentleman, like, respectful dude that I ever dated. She said, not that I had bad dudes. She said, but you just showed manhood in a different light. She said, when you and I separated, she said, I told myself I will never go back to a different type of man that does not carry himself in a certain way and has certain behavior patterns. She said, I wasn't looking for you, but I was looking for a man that had certain behavior patterns. She said, because I understood this, how a woman is supposed to be treated. She said, and 2 years later, after you, I met my current husband. She said, he has all those good man qualities that I deserve to have as a woman. She said, and I would have never noticed that I deserve that or noticed to look for those type of traits in a man if it wasn't for the relationship I had with you. Sometimes you dudes are, like we always say, the Bible says in Ecclesiastes chapter 3, there's a season for everything under the sun. Sometimes you just in a person's life for a reason. Sometimes you're in a person's life for a season. You're only supposed to be there for a short time. Be a blessing to them, and you're supposed to take that L and move on. Shout out to Philly in the building. I like that. I like that hat, brother. I need that hat. I don't just like that hat. I need that one. Thank you for the super chat, brother. Thank you very much. So yeah. And we're talking tonight, guys, about 10 signs of your passport in regards to your passport. I'm not passport, but your long distance relationship is over, but you ain't willing to admit it. It's done. There's some things that you got to admit to yourself in order to let this thing roll on. Stefano says, and I'm rolling up in the comments, guys. Take her to a nice place to eat, somewhere that she can't act the fool. This is true too. But there's no place in the United States where a woman won't act a fool. Just explain the picture situation. Download the Google Photos, LOL, and get that stuff off your phone. Yeah, some of you dudes need to clean your phone. Now, some of us are tacky. Some of us are real fellas. Some of y'all, but after this live stream, you need to go somewhere, sit down for about a good hour, clean your phone out, man. Some of y'all got some photos from about 5 years ago. You ain't even hollered at that chick at 5 years ago. But if your new chick see it, you in trouble. Clean your phone out. Some of the messages, dude, do you not realize that once the person sends you the message, you should delete it at that moment? What are you doing? Oh my God, y'all doing it bad backwards. Okay. Your video on how Passport Bros saved your life ignited my interest in seeking flexible opportunities outside of corporate America. That's how I was, brother. I'm glad that encouraged you guys, because it was true story, man. If it was for the Passport Bros, the ones that I've met in my life that took me from being a brother that was making good money, sitting in the cubicle, living the Florida life, I kid you not, everybody would assume that I had the perfect life. As far as I'm single dude, check. I make good money, check. I got my cars, my truck, my home, check. I'm weekends, I'm smashing some nice ones, some niceies. You would think that I'm good. It was always something missing. And Passport Brothers that I met, from the Aces to the Tailor-Made Dreams and all the other guys, they introduced me to a world. They introduced me to the world You think you got it going on in the United States, and man, somebody introduce you to another side of the planet, and you look at your part like it's nothing. He said, pin the cash out. Let me put that in there for you, brethren. Give me a split second. And it is right here. There we go. Thank you for reminding me. All right, let's go to the next one, and then I'm going to come back to the comments, guys. He said things don't mean a thing. Yeah. That legacy, dude. I kid you not. That's a good point. I want to go outside in the rain. It may sound crazy. Yeah, that Keith Sweat. Back in the day, I forgot who made the original one, but before Keith Sweat. But yeah, he said, "I love man. I was." But you know you hurt when you got to drive with two hands in the rain. Why did I say yes? Why did I take the outs? Why didn't I just stay with her? You just tell yourself, like, did I make the right move? Should I go back and get my wife? I was ready to tell myself all type of lies. I was in that car telling myself all type of excuses of why I should go back. And none of them made any made any sense. Shout out to Reg in the building. Thanks, brother Reg. Hope you hang around, brother. We got great information for you. And you can look at some of our old videos as well. All right, let's go to the next one, guys. Remember, hey, for those guys that just coming in, today's topic, we're talking about handling the truth. We're talking about the fact that some dudes have to come to the conclusion that
You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question. You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
they can't handle the truth, but we're going to give it to you anyway. So we said number one sign of that is not going to work out is no calls, no texts. Number two is y'all don't plan for the future anymore like you used to, even for a future trip to go see her or she come see you. Because some women, a lot of women got visas to come to the United States. She ain't planning to come see you either. Also, the lying begins. The next one, number 5, the cheating begins. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you gotta realize that there's a time that this is not healthy, man. For you to sit back and say you got the dramatics. Thank you very much, Will. Had to make the original go outside in the rain. You got to realize that it ain't working out, and it ain't gonna work out. You got to come to that conclusion. And if y'all both cheat, and I'm gonna tell you something. I didn't say that you guys don't go through dude. I think I mentioned this to you guys last week. Andrea is getting acupuncture. I parked the truck, and it happened to be in an area where a bunch of restaurants were. I go into a restaurant that I knew, because I knew Andrea was gonna be about an hour. I go in there, I eat by myself, ring on and everything, right? Ain't nothing but fine sisters. Ain't nothing but fine sisters. And every time I thought I saw a finer one that worked there, it was like 2 more would come through the door on their way to work. And I'm looking like, God dang it. And the manager caught me looking. She said, they're beautiful, aren't they? I'm like, would you have more so? Right? She walks over to the ladies, about 5 of them. She walks back over to me. She says, I'll get you the Cash App. The Cash App is A Spence 2011. A Spence 2011. Thanks, Stefano. And she said, you can have any of them. She said, all of them think you're attractive. Any of them you want, pick and choose. Do you know, as a man, the level of temptation was all over? My wife is around the corner, but the temptation, and that's what my point is. I'm still a man. I still know what sexiness is. I still know sexual energy, and you see what I'm saying? When somebody give you that look, like, you know, you can smash this if you want to, and you got 5 fine Afro-Colombians, none but big, giant, curly afros, and I'm like, La Quinta, por favor. Can I get my bill? Now the whole time I'm fighting temptation. I could just, Andre, just one number, just a number, Dre. Just get one, just pick just that one. She about 5'8", and she look at them, Dre. You gonna say no to them thighs? Come on, Dre. You gonna say no to them chocolate thighs? Just pick up, Andre. She ain't gonna know. Y'all don't go through phones. She ain't gonna know. All of this is running through my head like a regular man. Like a regular everyday dude. So don't think that I don't go through, because Andre and I talk about this separately. Don't think that we as a couple don't go through the temptations of noticing attractive people and attractive people noticing us. We get noticed, and she get noticed, and I get we don't play like we're just this perfect couple and we don't go through anything. No, we ain't stupid. I paid my bill. I literally stood, and they didn't know how tall I was. So when I stood up and I'm towering, that's when they really started drooling. And I turned to the owner, the manager, and I said, hasta luego. And I walked out the door. I know me. If I would have turned to any of those ladies and just said goodbye to any of them, I could have easily walked over and walked away with at least 3 of their numbers. Why did I bring that story up? Because some of you dudes that's in long distance relationships, you might be going through that while you're in the States, while your woman is in another country. And if you can't handle the temptation, well, let's put it like this. If the temptation is there on me and my wife is around the corner, how much more the temptation to cheat is on you or on your girl, and y'all cross oceans. So you have to talk about these, have a conversation about the desires and temptations. Me and Andre talked about this. So now it's easy for us to talk about it face to face, because we were talking about it when we were doing video chats. We talk about the temptations. We talk about the attractive, about fighting the desires for this, desires for that. I wasn't being with Andrea all them times y'all saw me on YouTube from 2019, and I'm back and forth from the States. It wasn't like I was going back, I'm gonna smash this chick real quick, and then I'm gonna go back and pretend like we love cross. No. I was all in. And if you're gonna be in a full long distance relationship, a true long distance relationship, both of y'all got to talk about, are we all in or not? If you ain't, talk about what your boundaries are. Like, listen, I know you got needs. I got needs, girl. When I come to town, then we could be like this. But if I ain't in town, I ain't going to ask you. You don't ask me. Some people boundaries are like that, but you got to talk about it. You got to talk about it. You can't just sit back and pretend. Let's see. He said, let me get a real bill and some arapas to go. Oh, a rapist. A rapist. Okay, cool. Yeah, for real. Why you playing? The temptation was real for Dre. It was, dude. I kid you not. I just looked at the manager and she was like, she was so proud. You can see it on her face. She was like, all of my girls are beautiful. She was like, whichever one you want. And I could just see, I look over and I see nothing but beauty, 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 just gorgeous sisters. And they all were looking like, so what's up? Which one you want? Which ones you want? And I just looked at them and I knew, don't take your eyes off the manager. Do not be looking at that sexiness over here. Stay over here. And that's when I was like, La cuenta, por favor. And I asked her for my bill and she brought it. And she was looking at me like, she was like, you know, when you about to sign this receipt, you could slip a phone number for the ladies. And I was like, no, let me get up out of here. And I may have looked to those ladies like, well, he must have been shy, or he must have been socially awkward. I was like, baby, you just don't know. This Dre the Ripper. And if I would have let Dre the Ripper loose, I'd have ran through all y'all, and it would have been nothing but tears in the next 3 months. Y'all just don't know. Y'all got rescued. Y'all got saved. Let me stay David Banner. Let me stay David Bruce Banner. Y'all ladies better be happy I don't hulk out. Be happy I have learned the art of not hulking out. Because that's how, at that moment, I already felt that going from David Banner to the Hulk. I could Hulk out on these chicks. And I was like, Dre, and it had nothing to do with Andrea. It was the fact that, you know what? This ain't me no more. This ain't me having a bunch of side chicks and then having my wife. I'm past that stage. So I just walked out the door and I felt so proud of myself. So proud. Oh, don't think a part of me, just a small part of me was like, you stupid. You could have had any of them fine chicks. Any Andrea wouldn't have known. You a knucklehead. Don't think that as I was walking, I wasn't smacking myself as a man, let's be real. As a man, smacking myself on the side of the head like, you stupid. Man, any other dude would have been like, what's up, ladies? And you ain't getting none of that. But the real part of me, I got to admit, I was proud. I was proud of Andre, man. I ain't going to even lie. I was proud. So my point in saying that is, you're going to go through that if you're in long distance relationships. If you think that females in the States wasn't trying to smash your boy while I was with Andrea, please, exes coming through, females that just want to just get their back broke in for that night. Plus, before I met Andrea, I was going through this gay girl phase where I was only smashing hot gay chicks. Ain't nothing like nasty gay chicks. Gay chicks will try to pretend like I only like girls. Who you think you're talking to? You know, the ones that's bad and butchy. Will you be looking at her like, man, she cute, but she butchy, but she got a nice little body. She got them yammy yams. Let me go and holler at her. And they may look at you for a minute like, you trying to, girl, you gonna stop all that. Come on. Come on. And they take them clothes off and that body be tight. And since they ain't had a man because they was just beautiful butch. So I was going through that phase. I was dealing with the hot gay chicks. I just went through, I don't know why I was going through that phase, but it was like, hot gay chick phase. Okay, so hot chick that says she only like girls, whatever. And so I was going through that phase. And so, man, I could have easily fell into the temptation. That's what my point is. I could have easily fell back into the temptation of what Andre don't know what Andrea doesn't know won't show. Andrea could have did the same thing. She could have been on this side of the world acting a fool and then get on video chat with me and acting like Little Miss Innocent. She could have. So at the end of the day, if you're gonna be in, you got to be in, man. If you ain't, you guys just set some boundaries. Real estate law says you're lying. He said they didn't look that good. Which restaurant was? That was bad, too bad. Man, they be having some fine waitresses down here, man. You be looking like, dang, chocolatey? Ooh, they be chocolatey. I mean, chocolate. And so that was a good line. And you know what? I forget the name of the restaurant. Like I said, it's in San Antonio. I know that much. San Antonio here in Cali, that area. And you know, anybody that knows San Antonio is like a bunch of old, it looks like old Cartagena. It's like Cartagena's old side. And it's nothing but restaurants and little small stores and things like that. And Andre and I had been to the restaurant like 3 years ago, but it just so happened to be right around the corner from where she was doing her acupuncture. And I sat back and I was like, okay, well, I'll go get something to eat. I don't want to just sit in the truck or just sit in the lobby waiting for her. Let me go get something to eat. I'm hungry. And I walked in, and it was just me and the manager at that time period. And then as time went on, it was like everybody was coming to work, just coming in. It was like, and I was facing the door. And so as they would walk in, we hit eye contact. We just say hello, and they would give me that cute grin, that, you know, that little innocent grin that Colombian women give, and they kept going. And one came in, and I gave that look like, oh my God, who was that? And the manager called me. And she was like, you wanna? I get it. I get all for you. I get them all for you. And I was like, oh, let me control yourself, Andre. The big question in a long distance relationship, do you really think strong, financially successful man can only be with one woman seriously? If you plan on, if that's what your goal is. See, that was my goal. I'm gonna let y'all know something about your boy Dre. When I'm single and I'm wilding. But if I'm in a relationship, I'm in the relationship for the most part. That's why when I knew in the marriage and I'm, you know, the cheating going on, I'm like, you know what? This is over with. Because if I gotta cheat, I'm out the door. This ain't me. Because I'm one of those brothers. I like being in a relationship. I like being booed up. I don't have to be in a relationship. That's a difference. Some people, they go from person to person to person to person. That's not me. Like I enjoy my single times. But if I'm in a relationship, I really like that being booed up time. That's just how I'm wired. So if you're into that, like that, that's a good question. But if you're like that, Amon, cool. But if you're not wired like that, no matter how financially successful you are, you're going to have the opportunity to be tempted. That's why I told my story. No matter if you got $100 in your pocket or if you got 100,000 in your pocket, believe you me, eventually life is going to test your manhood in the sense of, can you be faithful to your girl or not? And if you ain't looking for no one person, that's cool too. You know, no, everybody doesn't have to be in a relationship with like me, but and you got paper, you got money, and you like all the ladies, do it. I maybe because I already lived that life already. You see what I'm saying? When you done ran through a couple thou, it's like Eddie Murphy say, this is just a regular Ritz cracker. Just a regular. You see what I'm saying? You don't feel that I gotta have her. I got to get this. You don't trip on it. So, but that's just Andre. This is Andre Wire. You say, but yeah, like I was saying, it depends on your situation as a person. Yeah, German dude. I love chocolatey sister. I love especially with a beautiful chocolate sister. I'm not, mind you, I don't just begin with no regular looking chocolate scissors. But when you was one of them, you got all those gorgeous features and you like that deep chocolate. Yeah. There's only one place on you that's pink. Yeah. That's how deep I like that chocolate. Rich chocolate. Are you talking about renting timeshare? Yeah, sometimes, some dudes like renting timeshares. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Brooklyn Kid is in the building representing, brothers. And we got the man with the coolest YouTube name, African Wolf. He said the best ones. The gay girls, man. Ooh. I mean, I don't know. And I don't know what, dude. I think the first time that got on the gay girl phase, I walked up on the chick. She was so fine. Sister. She had the little baby afro, beautiful face, body crazy. I walked up and she walked past. Actually, she was at the campus. She was walking past in the. I was like, no. And she turned around, I was like, no, we don't do that here. And she turned around, looked at me like, what are you talking about? I say, we do not walk around with that type of fineness in public. We're gonna have to take this in private. And she started laughing. And we just started conversing, got her number, chopped it up, found out she was gay. But by the time we got done chopping it up, she was on her way to your boy crib anyway. Welcome to my web, said the spider to the fly. So yeah, then it was a couple of gay girls that I was just kicking on. I was just going through this gay girl phase, like you go through the blonde or the brunette or the afro or the ponytail, whatever phase that you go through. You see what I'm saying? I'm going through the Asian girl phase, whatever it is. And this time it was just so hard to be the gay girl phase, but I was just hitting gay girls back to back. Just it was like, if you wasn't gay, don't look my way type of thing with the ladies. So like, if you wasn't gay and beautiful and butchy, like, Dre, why are you going through this stage, dude? Oh wow. Let me go back to some of these comments, man. So we'll get to number 6 in a second. Number 6, when it comes to number 6 sign, in all sincerity, when it comes to it's over with your long distance relationship and you don't want to admit it, that number 6 is constant fights, not constant flights. You jealous of everything she do. She insecure of everything that you do or you don't do. Y'all never talked to each other like this when you was in her country. Now you get back home, y'all ain't even talking to each other right. Y'all fighting. Y'all, it's disagreements in regards to this and that. It's been days where y'all don't talk to each other because you're mad at each other. Yeah. That ain't gonna work. That relationship is not going anywhere. It is not going anywhere. I kid you not. If you find yourself in a situation where if you don't want to have arguments with women in the States, how you gonna be arguing, fussing, and fighting with somebody online? In other words, with the video chat. No, man. No, it's not worth it. You gotta let her go. You gotta let her go, man. I hate to say it, but yeah. Okay, I'm scrolling down in the comments. Make sure yeah, I don't chase them. I replace them. That's right. For real. Let it go. Let it go. I let it go. I move on. I'm gonna move on, artist, man. I'm gonna move on, guru. I have no problem with moving on. Never have, never will, man. Okay. I'm dipping in conversations. Good thing I treat her. He said I treat her better than any man. That's a good thing too. I think we read that one before, but that is a really good thing to do. And sometimes, CPT. Sometimes it just takes them a minute to kind of like cool down and realize, man, he was a good man. Maybe I should, give it another chance. Okay, I read that one. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you, brother. I'm glad that video encouraged you. He said, "What up? What's up, fam? I love that picture, you guys, man. Can't wait to see you representing Cole and Max." Oh, guys, a couple Wednesdays from now. I don't know I think it might be next Wednesday. I got to make sure next Wednesday or the Wednesday after. Me and Richie Mack Gonna have the throwdown. Thailand versus Colombia. This is going to be the battle royale. We're going to talk about everything from cost of living to food, the people, the infrastructure, safety, of course, the ladies. We're going to talk about just at least 12 categories. We're going to talk about the first 6 on his channel and then the second 6 on our channel. So we got a battle royale coming on when it comes to Colombia versus Thailand. Listen, I suggest you pray and fast for your boy Richie Mack. I already started on my list of facts, and we can call a friend. So I can call a friend in regards to Colombia, and Richie can call a friend in regards to Thailand. I really won't need to call a friend, but I'm definitely going to be taking advantage of it. Oh, yes, the final. We're going to have fun with that one. And the reason why we're doing it is basically just getting basic information out to you guys in regards to Colombia that many of you don't know, or Thailand that many of you don't know. So many guys have come down to Colombia thinking that they know everything, but there's still new things for us to know. All right. So like I said, like I mentioned, number 6 is the constant fighting, the constant red flags that are showing up. If you're fighting and red flags are showing up in your long distance relationship, dude, you got to let that go. Let it go. I understand. She fine. Like I keep saying, dude, I got it. She fine. I know. She get fire head. I got you. She cook like your grandmama. But dude, if she's not for you, she's not for you. Or if you ain't for her, you just ain't for her. And you can't force it. The other thing is number 7. If you're not being appreciated for all the little things that you do, if y'all don't appreciate each other for putting up the sacrifice of even having a long distance relationship, that ain't gonna work. You're not appreciating the fact that just like you got some friends and family that don't understand why you in a long distance relationship, you got to realize that she got family and friends that saying the same thing to her. Andrea got people that was telling her, you crazy girl, American black men, girl, you know they only about the booty. She hearing it all of it. So if you think that I'm only here for my female co-workers and friends, oh, so you must like the Latinas, the South American girls. So they all about in the third world country. I'm hearing all this craziness, right? But at the same time, she's hearing the same thing. She's hearing the exact same thing about American men. About us being players, about us we only good for money. She hearing all that craziness. So you guys have to appreciate each other, the sacrifices that are made, because at the end of the day, it's not easy on her side and it's not easy on your side. So you got to appreciate each other in regards to that. And if you don't appreciate the sacrifice that you're making and the sacrifice that she's making, what are y'all together for? And that's in all sincerity. He's Brooklyn Kid says something isn't good to get rid of sometimes it's good to get rid of a headache. Preach, brother. Preach. Sometimes it is really good to get rid of a headache. He says they're only saying that to tear y'all apart. That's true, Charles. And they may not necessarily want you, but they're trying to test you. Yeah. Yep. And it's kind of funny that you say that, Charles, because the co-workers that complained, or my family members, or let's put it like this, the co-workers mainly, or the females that complained were the exact same females that didn't even want me. The ones that I'd already been with in life, they weren't tripping. They was happy for me. I'm glad you found love, Andre. I'm glad you found somebody. The females that I was with in relationships, they were happy. Regular everyday females, you going down to some other countries and what? You get a little bit of that. That's why you in Colombia, because of that? And I'm looking like, really? My boys used to even tease me with that. Like, man, how many of them cakes you bringing back, bruh? And I know they were teasing, but it's just a fact, dude. You stereotyping a country that you know nothing about. And so at the end of the day, I had to deal with that. And Andrea appreciated me not bringing what I was going through on her. And I appreciate the fact that she didn't put on me all the pressure that she was going through. Everybody was saying, I give a perfect example. It's something small, but it's just an example of how people think about Americans and us being just slot machines and money machines. When we purchased our refrigerator, we got a nice size refrigerator, but it wasn't like the giant double doors and sliding for freezer at the bottom one with the television screen in the middle and Xbox, and it was just a regular refrigerator. We like our refrigerator. And she said when she was first hunting for refrigerators, her girlfriends used to tell her, "Girl, he American." Not all her girlfriends, but a couple. He American. Why don't y'all get the big refrigerator? Stereotyping who I was as a person. Now, could we have gotten that refrigerator? Yes. But I used to say, what for? She said, I got a friend that has a giant refrigerator. She had to move, and every place she moves to, she's got to think about that big refrigerator because she had an American boyfriend. He bought her, he told her, get whatever refrigerator you want. And so she got the biggest one she could get. And now she has no place to put it every time she moves. We have a refrigerator that literally fits just right in the area where the refrigerator is supposed to go. In other words, Andre had to listen to what people say about Americans, ignore it, and keep her relationship going the way that she wanted to go. And so that's the things that you appreciate about the person that you're with once you come down here, or when you're chatting with them or having conversations, or they're having a good day or bad day, whatever it is. Number 8 is you feel like the relationship is one-sided. Some of us brothers, you might as well go ahead and admit your long distance relationship feel like it's one-sided, like you putting in all the work. Like you putting in all the work. And because it's one-sided, and you didn't notice it in the beginning that you making all of the calls, you're sending most of the texts. If most of her texts are responses to your texts, it's over and you don't want to admit it. If you have to set up vacation time, but she never sets up vacation time for when you get ready to come, and she's like, well, I got to go to work this weekend. And then, wait a minute, baby, I ain't seen you in 3 months. What are you talking about? You got to go to work. I told you 2 months ago I was coming. If she hadn't set up vacation time and she had two months to do it and she didn't, it's all one-sided. You're doing the sacrificing and she not. Dude, let her go. I know she fine. Dude, this is South America. Man, bro, y'all gonna have to stop acting like these women cannot be replaced. They are replaceable. It's hard replacement, but yet they're still replaceable, just like you're replaceable as a person. So don't put yourself in a position to where, like I said, it's all one-sided. It's all one-sided. He said, you need that Todd versus DR. Hey, that was him and Russ, him Tailor-Made Dreams. If you want to see something, when you guys get a chance, go to Richie Mac's channel and look at Thailand versus DR. That's Richie Mac versus Tailor-Made Dreams. But I ain't Tailor-Made Dreams. See what I'm saying? And this ain't an island. This is Colombia. This is South America. He gonna get slayed like a dragon. I'm talking about underfoot. I've been telling Richie, man, you need to bow out gracefully, man. It's a fight that you can't listen. Man, I'm coming to him with the old X-Clan slang. So, to those of you that are X-Clan fans, how can polar bears swing on vines with the gorillas? Please. See what I'm saying? How can polar bears, Thailand, swing on vines with us gorillas? Please. All you X-Clan fans would know that verse. So at the end of the day, I'm telling you, Richie Mac might need to buy out bow gracefully. Him and Chocolate Man in Thailand. Charles says, the thing that I hate about South American women, they think that just because we're from America, we're all rich. Yes, shaking my head. I don't like that. I do not like that part. Or we're players, or we're this, or we're that. Or we're pushovers, or we're easy to get money from or purchase something. Like, man, come on, man. That's crazy. So that's number 8. Number 8 should be number 1 for real. You feel like it's one-sided? You say, yeah, if you feel like it's one-sided, it's over. Number 9, you both are no longer excited about seeing each other. If you ain't all that hype about seeing her anymore, she ain't that about seeing you, that relationship over, bro. You can let it go. I know she's fine, but let it go. She's not excited. She's putting no excitement in the fact that you're going to be there in 2 weeks. She's showing no eagerness. If she no longer cries, here you go. Here's a good one. If she no longer cries at the airport when you leave, or at least cries when she get home or in that taxi, yeah, bro, that long distance relationship is over. It's over. Because Latin women cry. And bruh, if you ain't getting no tears, not one tear, not a sniffle, nothing, you ain't getting nothing. She ain't holding back nothing. Come back soon. Nothing? You ain't getting nothing. You ain't getting no hugs at the airport, no nothing. She ain't at the airport excited. I'm gonna bust your head. You ready? If you in a long distance relationship and she ain't meet you at the airport when you got to town, dude, this South America, and I know they do this in DR too. Man, dude, they will be at the airport at 1 o'clock in the morning for somebody that they care about. Flowers and balloon in hand. If your woman that you got a long distance relationship with, you ain't seen her in months, and dude, you ain't getting no tears, holding back the tears, I'll keep holding on. You ain't getting none of that. Wasted all my years, wasted all my. Okay, but my point is, you ain't getting none of that, and she is not meeting you at the airport. When you come to town, then y'all meet up. Bruh, let her go immediately. Let her go. Ain't no, what, please? Ain't no way, ain't never, dude. If I get on the airport or go to the airport, Andrea's there. When I come back, Andrea's there. It don't matter what time I get there. I remember one time it was, dude, it had to be 90-something degrees in the afternoon. Blazing Cali, like 93. Blazing Cali weather. It was Christmas Eve, 2019. I had a bad flight. I think I told you guys that. It was just one of them bad days. Flights got delayed. This was bad. I finally made it to Cali, man. I walked around the corner. Some of you that know how Cali's little airport is made, when you just come out and then all of a sudden you just see everybody out there. Man, I saw about 10, 15, 20 of Andrea and her family members, of Andrea with her family members, with a giant banner, Feliz Navidad, Andre. And I took a picture, and I still have that picture of that moment to this day. There should be no reason why you are going to the airport and in South America and your woman ain't meet you at the airport. There is no way that's going to be my woman. She's somebody I'm smashing, but she ain't going to be my woman that long. And it's a long distance relationship. I could see if the person was even late getting to the airport, but at least you know they're making the effort. But nobody showed. She ain't showed never. She ain't never been to South. Every time you leave leave the airport or you come out the airport in South America, what do you see guaranteed? Taxis and crowds of people waiting for somebody. Let's alleviate the taxis. That's a given. In Colombia and anywhere else in South America, it's going to always be a crowd of people, no matter what time of day and night it is, waiting at the airport for their loved one to show up. So don't tell me that your girl can't get to an airport, because these people getting there in Ubers. They are getting there in cars that they say, listen, my uncle got a car. I'm going to have my uncle drive to the airport and pick us up. It's going to be somebody. If you ain't never experienced that, man, she is not for you. You are not being appreciated. It's all one-sided. She is not, number 9, she is not excited to see you, bruh. That's why she ain't showing up to the airport. Ever. That's, I guarantee, shout out to Joseph. That's one sign. I kid you not. He said, yep, my girl used to cry when I leave. I was kind of offended. I'm going to finish what you said, Joseph. I was kind of offended one time when I thought Andrea didn't cry. I was like, so you ain't cry? She said, yeah, I didn't cry at the airport. She said, I cried when I got home day after day. I say, you lie. She said, no, I cried. She said, I cried for a couple of days when you were gone. She said, I wasn't used to you being gone. She said, I didn't think it was going to hit me like that. She said, but I really wasn't used to you being gone. She said, so I didn't cry at the airport because I wanted, she said, this was like after my 4th trip. Like the other trip, she cried. And mom cried and grandma cried. And so, but like the 4th trip, when I left, Andrea was more at peace. And she said, I cried when I got home. She said, I shed my tears when I was at home alone. And she said, that's when I cried. She said, because I didn't want you to feel sad at the airport because I was crying. Okay. He said, I couldn't believe it the first time I saw it. There we go. She decorated the whole apartment. Man, I remember the first time Andrea did that. She did that to the hotel room in Armenia. She decorated the whole hotel. Dude, it was laid out. Bruh. In the States, some of us have been with females for 10 years, 8 years, 5 years. They ain't never decorated a Christmas card for us. Least long decorating a whole room. And then when you meet them, they got the lingerie on as the door open with the heels and the. Bruh, I feel you, Joseph. I feel you. I have never had a woman decorate anything for me until I got to Colombia, man. I feel you on that one. He said she decorated the whole apartment for my birthday. You are not lying. I know that feeling, brother. I know that feeling. I wasn't even expecting it. And it was another bad flight. And my flight got in late too. And Andrea was there at the airport because instead of flying to Cali that on that trip, she wanted to show me Armenia. So she flew to Armenia and got to the hotel like hours before I did. Like I said, my flight kept getting delayed and so forth. So by the time I flew into Armenia and made it to the hotel, really nice hotel, and she had the room laid. I mean, I'm talking about when I say top to bottom. We got some good women, dudes. Yeah, man. And so shout out to Joseph. He says the family cried for a player. Yeah, the family cried. Dad was crying. Dad was crying because mom was crying. And mom crying because Andrea crying, and grandma crying because she said everybody cried. This was like the first trip going back. My first time going back. And because me and Andrea had hung out like when we first met. Then I came back and I hung out. I think it was September. Then I came back and hung out for the holidays. And then when I got ready to go back I think it was a holiday trip going back. I forget which trip it was going back. But yeah, them tears I'm sitting up there holding back the tears. I'll see you later. All right, babe. I'm gonna call you when I land. I'm gonna go back to the United States. Yeah, man. He said, I got 2 DR. I got to. He said I go to DR. I go to DR every month. Okay, there we go. And so, yeah, man, I ain't mad at you, Ant. Do your thing, brother. Do your thing. That's exactly how you do it. If you have the time, you have everything structured, do it, man. I kid you not. Kid you not. Brooker said, he said, my Filipino was crying when I left to come back to the state. I bet you she was, man. I ain't mad at you. I am not mad at you, brother. I bet you she was. Yep, that's for real, man. Them tears. And they be, man, you ain't no dude. You can't even get nobody to show up at the airport, whether you leaving or going in the States, to come to other countries and see women crying for you, shedding tears with so much affection that they have for you, letting you know that you are a good person and they're happy to have you in their lives. Man, women in the United States ain't gonna shed a tear for nothing. Man, somebody could push you off the Brooklyn Bridge and a female in the States and be like, oh my God, what happened? That's it. That's it. Please. Down here, Colombia, man, please. Listen, I've been to the, like I always tell y'all, I've been to the airport at least 20 times just to meet somebody at the airport with the rest of the family. You and the family, you meeting somebody at the airport. Now I'm at the airport for people. And you at the airport, you might be there for an hour. Just at the airport with the family, drinking coffee, talking, waiting for somebody's flight to come in. And that person who's landing is not even riding home with you. We're just there to greet the person landing. We want to be part of the Colombian culture. If you got a real Colombian woman and you and their family and somebody coming in from on the airport, you gonna be part of that airport run. I'm telling you, I'd have been to the airport plenty of. Andre would be like, so-and-so flying in. We about to go to the airport. And it might be like 11, 12 o'clock at night. And everybody out there and all the other families, and it might be 200 people out there at 10, 11 o'clock at night waiting for 1 or 2 or 3 people to come off that plane. And we do not do that in the States. You will never see a female in the States do that for you, ever. You see that in the movies or on 90 Day Fiance. They rigged that. But for real, ain't nobody doing that in the States for real. What advice would you give to someone that never traveled to Colombia that's looking for a Colombiana? If you're looking for a Colombiana and you've never traveled to Colombia, you need to travel to Tampa. Because if you ain't coming here, where you going to go? Tampa. Tampa has one of the, if not the largest, Colombian population in the United States. Tampa, Florida. Go to Florida, bro. But if you haven't traveled here, or in other words, if you have no plans on traveling, in other words, if you have no plans on traveling, and you got to come here to experience it. It's something that you never experienced before. These women, the good women, I ain't talking about the pay-for-play party girls, because I know you guys cell phones, okay? I'm talking about the good women will give you an experience that you will never. Let's put it like this. Most guys that I know go back to the United States are never serious, or rarely, let me put it like this, rarely serious with women in the States ever again. Oh, we'll smash a woman in the States, but be in a serious relationship after you done came to Colombia? No. No, not most dudes. Most dudes be like, well, I done been to Brazil. I've seen the promised land. I might not get there with you. But I'm telling you, man, most dudes that have been to the mountaintop, they done been to the mountaintop in Brazil, in Thailand, in Portugal, in Spain, in Ghana. They done been to the mountaintop of Ethiopia, been to the mountaintop of Mongolia. They They are not going back to the States and dealing with that mess in the United States with those women. No. Oh, we ain't stupid. We men, we gonna smash them. Oh, they will get ran through from pillar to post. The richest hot chick in the United States in the regular Keisha, who's sexy in the United States, she'll get her back blew in. But as far as being in a serious relationship in the United States, after you've been with one of these Colombian women and how they treat you for one weekend, I'm not talking about the party girls. I'm talking about a real woman. Man, please. The only thing, and I ain't lying, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong. The only thing I needed an American woman for was three things. I need you to be my relative, like a cousin, auntie, all them. B, maybe a couple of female friends, maybe just a couple of just good friends. C, flesh. That's it. That's all I needed an American woman for. Once I started traveling, I needed an American woman for my flesh. Other than that, I ain't need them for nothing else. If they wasn't a relative, a friend, or it didn't have nothing to do with my flesh, I ain't had nothing to do with America. You'd have thought I was bashful, shy, reclusive, intrinsic. You'd have thought all that stuff about me when I got back to the States. I'm like, what? You thought I was a Princess Zamunda. I do not tolerate such behavior with me. No, man, dating in the States, dude, when I kid you not, in all sincerity, after my first trip to Colombia, I didn't date nothing in the States. Oh, I was smashing before I met Andrea. I was smashing chicks in the States, but ask any chick, did they get one dinner? Dude, I was on flesh mode. You want to smash it now? And I was straightforward. You know, I always say it's called passport arrogance. Your passport make you arrogant. Yeah, you want to smash? Or you don't? All right, cool. You want to smash? Okay, yeah. Okay, I'll be over there in 30 minutes. You don't care. You don't care. All them games that you got to go through and all them hoops and hula hoops you got to spin and you got to do hula hoops and juggle at the same time in the United States. No, bruh. No. That's what it's like to be with a Colombian woman. You will never look at American women the same way. You'd have to lie to yourself to look at American women the way that you look at a Colombian woman or a Brazilian woman or a woman in Thailand or a woman, some of the sisters in Africa. You be lying. You'd have to lie. You'd have to literally get off that plane and tell yourself, I'm gonna tell myself lie after lie after lie about American women in order to tolerate and date them. Some dudes can do it. Some of y'all can leave the United States, go to other countries, and go back to the United States and be happily married. Hats off to you. I ain't built like that. I can't lie to myself. I would be miserable. I'd be miserable married to somebody in the States after I've been to all these other countries and see how these other women treat their man, from the poorest, the dude that's homeless with a squeegee in his hand that's cleaning windows of people's cars, and his woman respects him more than your woman respects you, and you making six figures in the United States and she's still running off at the mouth. You making Johnny Depp money and you got to go to court to prove that you ain't a monster to these females in the United States. Are you crazy? And you got a homeless dude, his woman treat him better than Johnny Depp wife treated him, better than Donald Trump wife treat him, better than Tom Brady wife treat him. A homeless dude, woman in South America, she treats her husband with more respect with a squeegee than you would the dude that's worth $100 million each. Billionaires. Y'all can have that. Y'all, listen, like I said, the best thing for American woman was for me to get out of there. Because once I started traveling, All they were good for is for smashing. That was it. And I ain't gonna even lie to you, bro. Some of you brothers, y'all want to be all nice and shy about it. Y'all know I'm honest, dude. The only thing an American woman can do for me is let daddy take care of that. Let daddy take care of that. This ain't your first, this your favorite. This stopped all that crying. This ain't your first, this just your favorite. It's your favorite, girl. That's all it was good for me. Women around the world opened my eyes in regards to how a man is supposed to be treated. I was looking at homeless dudes getting treated better than dudes in the United States. Oh, man, women in the United States. And then when Kevin died, the way that they talk crazy about that man, stomped on that man's grave, and now they're trying to stomp on Austin, then they're trying to stomp on the Passport Bros. Man, are you serious? They trying to stomp on women in other countries to now women going on TikTok from other countries saying, hey, American women, you don't know a dang thing about our country. Don't be talking about my country. Now the women on TikTok going against the American, because American women talk to, man, y'all can have that. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And some of y'all looking over at your girlfriend right now. He ain't lying. He ain't lying. Yeah, dude. He said, my bad, I'm crying at the airport. Yeah, man. Tears. Shedding them tears. Shout out to Sharon in the building. Shout out, brethren. Charles says, only time I'll see a woman do that for a dude if it is that he got back from the that's what I was about to say. That is a good point, Charles. Like military dudes, they want, military wives, they're happy that the husband's back in town, got with the newborn baby. Yes, even though he was gone for 18 months. That's true. I've seen that before. Or when you see like the footage of the military dude, he gets back from deployment and he goes and sneak into his wife's job and she sees him and she cries and she's excited. Yeah, those moments. Yeah. Yep. You'll see it then. But other than that, like regular everyday women, please. I'm trying to figure out where I see Souls of Mischief. Germany or Portugal. Before I had a conversation, so I forgot what Souls of Mischief used to rap. Had a conversation with someone. I was 80% of Portugal, and listen, I'm so excited about going to Portugal in a few months. The nomad ninjas in the building. Are Colombian women checking for American brothers? Like he sound like he sound like my man IP, the English brother international passport. They're always brothers. Are Colombian women really checking for American brothers like that in serious relationships? We want to hear the truth, brothers. We want to hear the truth. Shout out to IP. Make sure you subscribe to International Passport. Okay, yeah. Colombia, dude, you had to realize that there's a lot of people don't realize this about Colombia. Colombia has over 900. I'm gonna bust your head open with this one. 900 different cultures in one country of 54 million people. You got 3 different cultures of black people. Like in the States, we just got either you black or you ain't. In Colombia, they got 3 types of black people. I mean, it's so many cultures and dialects that are down here. 84 different languages spoken in Colombia. You guys still think it's just Spanish. Okay. Okay. You better do your homework on Colombia. And so at the end of the day, it's really not about if you're a brother or not. Are you a good dude? Do you got charisma? Are you one of those people that don't take yourself too serious? Can you network? Can you get along with people? things like that. Those are the things that say, you know, do you smell good? Do you iron your clothes? You don't have to be name brand. Colombians ain't tripping too much on that, but do you iron your clothes that you have? You know, are your shoes clean? They don't have to be the new LeBrons. They don't know nothing about that as much, but are your shoes that you do have, are they clean? That's Colombia. And so when it comes to brothers, come on, man, come on. They love us. They love us in South America. They really love us. That's why the white boys be jealous. But when it comes to Colombian men, I want you guys to know this for real. And a lot of guys can attest to this. When it comes to Colombian men will hook you up just as fast as the female's girlfriend or mama will. See, women in the United States be like, y'all going down there, and the Colombian men, they gonna be mad at y'all. They gonna come at y'all with machetes. Y'all going down into South America, Brazil, trying to take their women. Y'all ain't gonna make it back home. Women in the United States just don't know. Who you think hooked me up with the Colombian or Brazilian girl? The Brazilian dude, the Colombian dude. Man, them dudes be hookup artists like, man, I got one for you. Please. They be having me rolling with that one, man. Good question, Nomadic Ninja. He said, I have not dated in the States in 5 years. Man, listen. I mean, as far as I kid you not, it was like, for me, it was a hot minute. Once I started traveling, man, I was not going to spend, dude, because you sit back like on a date. Let's say I did go on a date. The average date in the States is about between $150 to $300, depending on where you live. A good date. And so I'm sitting back thinking to myself, if I was on a date, I'd be thinking like, you know what I could do with $300 if I was in Colombia, if I was in DR, if I was in Mexico traveling. So just one date with a female in the United States with the cost of the average date. Let's say it was just a cheap date of $80. You know what I could be doing with that $80 in Colombia? You know how many dates I could go on in Colombia? You know, that's VIP at the club all night long. And I'm here with this American chick, and I might not even get a kiss on the cheek, because I know Andre might be smashing her later on tonight. That's another thing that I kid you not, man. I didn't like that about American women. I didn't like the fact that they would go out on dates with you, or they would go out on a date with me, tell me I can't smash after I just paid $300 or $200 for a date. But they would drive over a dude like who I was house after the date, and I'm smashing. Dude, you just do not know how much post-date I was getting. I was getting so much post-date intimacy from y'all dates, dude. I swear. And if I was getting it like that, I know a lot of you dudes was getting it like that. One dude would take her out on a date, and she would just give him a kiss on the cheek, or just a little kiss, or even a solid kiss. She would go into her house. He ain't getting no sex. He going back home with an empty wallet and blue balls. She called me. She jumped right in her car, come right over to my place, and I beat it up to 4 o'clock in the morning, kick her out. And here you go texting her the next morning. I had a really good time on our date. Send. Can't wait to see you again. Send. Man, when the chicks in the States be talking, man, I don't even listen no more, man. Because I know the dirt they used to do. Because I was the dude they was doing the dirt with. I was the dude they was doing the dirt with. Say, what's up, Jamal? You the king of come and go. Yeah, for real. Shout out to Venture. I missed the super chat. What's up? What's up, fam? In the building. I'm just telling the truth, brother. I'm just telling the truth. Just sharing the truth, man. That's all I'm doing.
You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question. You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Some dudes just can't handle the truth. They can't handle it. It's coming too fast, too furious. Some dudes right now, some of y'all dudes gonna leave this live stream tonight. Look at your cell phone. You know that the relationship should have been over with your long distance girl, and you're gonna keep trying to make it work. I think that's the saddest thing of all. When I say us men, we're territorial and we're ornery, that's a bad combination. We just stubborn and we're territorial. I got us being territorial, but when you a stubborn man, you gonna make it work, huh? And then when she do something to break your heart, you want to cuss her out and call out all type of names. Bruh, no, you should have been let that relationship go before she had to sneak behind your back and do something. It was over. Let it go, bruh. Let it go. So, man, dudes don't do it. It's sad. He said I was worried about the Brazilian dudes down there. He said, hell, half the time they bat for the other team. Yeah. That's Brazil. Half the time they bat for the other team. So they will definitely hook you up with some of their fire Brazilianas. Yeah. Seriously, man. Dudes just don't know. He said, what's the best spot to find a good woman in Colombia? I would say these are my top 3 before we get to Ventures Super Chat. Top 3 would be, drum roll, is, I would say Cali. Number 2 is Barranquilla. Number 3 is the coffee regions of the farm girls. Manizales, Armenia, Pareda, they're still big cities, but they're kind of like the southern. Like Manizales is the college town down here. It's 5 college universities down here in that city. It's a huge city. Don't get me wrong. It just so happened to be in the southern regions. So when I sit back and I say these cities, these aren't little small towns only. These are huge cities. They just happen to be on the outskirts. So they're not considered the serious cities to a lot of travelers. But I'm telling you, for the dudes that have left Medellin and moved to Manizales, no problem with good women. No problem. Cali's built for relationships. I got partners that come down here and they date some really good women down here in Cali, but they're just waiting to when they move to get into a serious relationship down here in Cali. Me personally, I really like the women in Barranquilla too. Really nice women, really nice, and you got a lot of sisters there too. Medellin, snowballs chance in Hades that you're gonna find you a good relationship in Medellin. Why? Are the women bad? No. It's so many tourists down there. Medellin is tourist tarnished. In other words, good women don't know to take you serious. It's too much work to let her know I'm serious about you. I really like you. That's what I mean about Medellin. I'm not saying the women are bad. I'm not saying that the men are bad. I'm saying that there are so many tourists that run in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Who are these ladies supposed to take serious? And that's what messes Medellin up. It's just that nobody knows who to take serious. You don't know to take her serious because she sees so many dudes try to hit on her. She don't know to take you serious. You might just be another dude that's coming in and out. So in Medellin and Cartagena, it's hard treading to find that good. Cartagena's a little better, but Medellin it's harder to find that good person because there's too many tourists. It's too tourist tarnished. Way too tourist tarnished. Ransom said, yes, some South American women have more realistic expectations with regards to material things. They really do, man. Really do. Also, when it comes to most South American women, y'all want a tip on a sign that you know you got you a good girl in South America, or at least the beginning of a good girl? You ain't gonna hit it on the first night. Most decent South American women, they may let you run through it on the second night, but very, very few, unless you've been like pre-gaming, y'all been talking online for a while and things like that. That could be different. because y'all been getting to know each other. But like just walking up to a chick the first night and smashing, most Colombian women, except for party girls, they don't work, they don't roll like that. You know, they say it's different in Brazil, but I'm just saying in Colombia, you ain't gonna be hitting on the first night like that. Y'all can hang out, laugh, and she may be into you. She may want to smash you. Y'all might be doing a kissing thing, but a good Colombian woman, you ain't gonna hit the first night. Now tomorrow, she the nastiest thing you ever saw, and you thinking like, we could have did this yesterday. But most good Colombian women, unless you've been pre-gaming with her already, like I said, you've been talking to her online, y'all met, y'all exchanged numbers already. So before you landed, y'all good. The energy is there. That's one thing. But as far as like just meeting a female the first day and y'all hit it off and you gonna smash the first night? Not in Colombia. No, because they don't want to be seen as the pay-for-play girls. So they try to differentiate themselves away from that stigma. Can you pull up Cartagena between 23? Could you put up Cartagena between the 23rd, 27th of this month? Oh, could I pull up in Cartagena? No, I won't be there. No. Actually, I'll be going glamping during that time period. Me and Andrea already got reservations. You know how you have those glamorous campsites or camp locations? You know, Colombia has a lot of them. So we're going glamping for the first time during that time period. We're actually doing it twice. We're going to go on that date, and we're actually doing it next week too for Valentine's weekend. Oh, Valentine's Day. Okay, he said, I heard that the coffee region is the best. Yep, that's it. Coffee region, Manizales, Armenia, Pareda area. That's the coffee region. The coffee triangle. In other words, that's what they call it, coffee triangle. He said, what is the best online dating service to find beautiful women in Colombia? Me, I am a Colombian Cupid advanced settings advocate. I said that on purpose. If you're going to use an app, use Colombian Cupid, because a lot of times you find some really good women on there, and they have to pay for their membership. So if they're paying for membership, these ain't pay for play girls. These ain't the party girls. This ain't Tinder girls. Don't use do not. I want to say this, dudes. Do not use Tinder in Colombia. No. Even dudes that are veterans here will all say the same. I'm talking about dudes that are single and they done been with plenty of Colombian women across the country, and they will tell you, do not touch Tinder. It is too risky, too dangerous. Right now, there was a time where it was easy. Even Bumble is getting iffy now. Remember, Bumble was cool. Now you don't know who to trust on Bumble. But Tinder, do not. Do not. Thank you, Victor, for letting me know about your super chat, brother. I think I missed it. There we go. Thank you, brother. He said, I have a 3-week vacation coming up next month. In your opinion, should I choose Colombia with a U, not an O, because Colombia is in South Carolina, or Colombia, but you mean Colombia with 2 O's. Should I choose Cartagena over Brazil, Rio? Thank you for your knowledge. It depends on what you're looking for. People say Rio is for the women in Rio kind of move a little faster, a little easier, a little sexually freer than they do in Colombia. Not saying that Colombian women don't, but they just say Rio. I'm not saying that women in Rio are wild. I'm saying that all the guys from Charles and other gentlemen that I've spoken to that actually lived or actually spend a lot of time in Rio, these guys say that it's more liberated there than in Colombia. They say that, and I've heard this a few times, not even from these guys, but from other people. Rio is where you will party. Colombia is where you would probably try to find somebody more serious. Rio woman. What a lot of guys have said this to me also. They said you can smash a woman in Rio and she'll make you feel so good as if you could be serious with her. But the next day, act like she ain't never saw you a day in her life. It was what it was. It was just sex. Don't take it any more than don't read into it more than what it is. In Colombia, for the most part, If you sexing somebody like that, they looking to see where this gonna go. Colombian women don't waste their time. They don't. I'm not talking about the good ones. Remember, I have to differentiate from the dudes that be going to the clock tower or be going to Parque Yeris in Medellin with the party girls. We ain't talking about that trash that you dudes been dating. I'm talking about just real everyday, go to work, go home, good Colombian women. Most of them will not give you their number if they aren't interested in you. Colombian women do not waste their time. Thank you for the super chat also. But Colombian women do not waste their time when it comes to dating or hanging out with somebody. They do not. If you get that number, she like you. Ain't a free meal or the American. She like you. If you with a party girl, that's completely different. She just like the party. Good question though. He said yes, but South American women are more realistic, have more realistic expectations with regards to material things. I think I read that one before, and you're absolutely correct. Cartagena, man, I like Cartagena too. It's been a couple years since we've been to Cartagena. Let me ask Andrea. I'll ask Andrea, man. Because it's been a couple years since we've been there, man. And plus, Colombia is like cheap as can be to fly around everywhere. It's like super cheap. Early Carver region is the best. I think I read that one before. What was the best online dating? Now, the reason why I said Colombian Cupid, there's a method to my madness. I actually did a video on this a couple weeks ago, about a couple months ago. And I walked through. I actually went into my old Colombian Cupid app online. I showed the guys how to go into the advanced settings, the 3 dots at the top. In the advanced settings, you can choose her height, career in regards to does she work full-time or not full-time? Does she have a degree, not have a degree? You could choose what level of English she speaks, fluent, beginning, so forth and so forth. You could choose everything from hair length to eye color to body shape, religious beliefs, everything in the advanced settings of Colombian Cupid. So now you put everything and I showed the guys. I could ramble through 3,000 attractive women in the app and say, oh, I want her, I want her, I want her. Or I could use the advanced settings, put in what I want and narrow it down, and it narrowed down to 67 women. So now I don't have to waste my time with 3,000. I can focus on the 67 attractive women that have what I was looking for. And I was showing the guy, the first woman we pulled up, very attractive physically. Boom. Got that out of the way. And I said this, I said, before I open up her bio, she meets all my requirements. And everybody was like, well, how she meet your requirements? You haven't opened up her bio yet. I said, because I use the advanced settings and it's only giving me what I want. So before I even open it up, she meets my requirements. She had the height I was looking for. She was the head over human resources for her company. That was the first person. She was attractive. She had the height, head over human resources. She had one child, but the child was an adult because some guys said, I don't want a woman with children. You could put that in there too. But I put in women that didn't have children or women that had children that didn't live with them or the child was an adult. So the first person that we clicked was attractive of the 67. She was attractive. She was the head of human resources. She was fluent in English. Why? Because I put fluent in English. She lived alone. Her child was older. And in her bio, she gave details about what she's into and what she likes to do for vacation. But what dudes do, they go to Colombian Cupid and they start searching around and spend all that time saying, oh, she fine. Oh, she fine. Oh, I'm gonna get her. Dudes, y'all doing too much. And then when y'all end up getting with a chick that ain't got nothing, she broke, she got 2 kids, but she's sexy, and you wonder why you can't find nothing good online, that's you. Use Colombian Cupid, pay for the $25 a month, use the advanced settings, those 3 dots, and set everything up for advanced. And it may narrow down your 50 the 3,000 to 15. You don't need 15 women. You're just getting to Colombia. You only need like 2, 3, maybe 4 if you're stretching it. So at the end of the day, you got 3 women that if you put in, they need to be fluent in English. You got 3 women that's waiting for you in Colombia that you've reached out to, fluent in English. She got the right height. She got the right hair color. She got the right eye color. She got the right curves. She doesn't have any kids, or her kids are older. She lives alone, so she's not living with family. All these requirements, great career. But y'all dudes spend 3-4 hours just hunting around. Oh, she pretty. Oh, she pretty. Oh, she pretty. Oh my God, look at all these pretty women. Oh my God, I love Colombian Cupid. Okay, I keep on doing it like that, doing it the hard way. And I showed y'all. I literally walked through it, showing dudes how to do it. I gotta find that video. I'm gonna chop that part up, let guys see it. Dating DR is $30. I know you can't beat that, Ant. Yeah, Colombian Cupid or Latin Cupid, but yeah, I don't know how Brazilian Cupid works though. He says, pull up the Cartagena on the 23rd. I'm gonna see if I can do that, man. In all sincerity, I'm gonna see if I can get that done. Because it's only an hour flight. It's not like it's far. And usually a round trip flight to Cartagena from Cali, $50. No, that's their winter season down there, right? Yep, correct. My best friend is in I know that area, man. Windermere, Florida. And there are quite a few Colombians in you know what? Oh yeah. In Orlando, without a doubt. Orlando, like Kissimmee, what Disney is they call that little Puerto Rico, because there's so many Puerto Ricans in Orlando. Yes, there are a lot of Colombians in Orlando too on the other side. That is so true. Like I-4 between the hour and a half drive, depending on how fast you drive, like 45 minutes to hour drive between Tampa and Orlando. Those 2 areas have the most Latin population of Colombians. I kid you not. You're absolutely correct. Because I used to go to the salsa clubs in Orlando, because it's just an hour drive. So we would sit up there in Tampa. We would just be like, man, what you doing? Nothing. Let's go to Orlando. So we would shoot to Orlando, party like a rock star in Orlando, and shoot back home to Tampa. It's 45 minutes to like an hour 15 drive. It's like, and it's a straight shot. So I will go to all the salsa clubs in Orlando just as much as I would go to the ones in Tampa. Yep, you're absolutely correct. And that's why I was like, where did I hear that from? Windermere. I know exactly where that is. Let's see. I get to Cali on the 14th. How long are you going to be here? Because remember, we'll be glamping from the 13th to the 15th. Like that Tuesday. No. Actually, we'll be glamping on the 14th, that Tuesday. And we'll get back that Thursday, the 16th. And the reason why we're not glamping on Monday, the 13th, or leaving to go glamping or camping on Monday, that's after the Super Bowl. You know, your boy, all of us, a bunch of us going to meet up at Hooters, like 10 minutes from here. So I already got reservations for everybody, so we could be hanging out at Hooters watching the Super Bowl. I'm not gonna be hanging out drinking and then get on the road the next morning to go camping. No. So I'm skipping Monday. So we're gonna start the glamping on Tuesday. So it'll just be 2 days. So let me know how many days you're gonna be down here. In theory, do you think that men pay for intimacy one way or another? Yeah, we all do. I'm a married man. I pay It's not pay for play. It's called pay because I got responsibilities. See, dudes in relationships, even if you're not married, it's called responsibilities. It's just, we all as males, you are going to pay in one way or another. Absolutely correct. Some dudes pay for play. Some dudes pay for dates. Some dudes pay for girlfriends. Some dudes pay during their wives and their kids. It's just called being a man. You coming out of that pocket one way somehow or another. You go come out that pocket. Every man pays in one way or another. I used to be one of them dudes that used to be crazy enough to say, no, not every man. Every man doesn't pay. Well, my method of payment may be called responsibility, and your method of payment may be called pleasure, but we both paying. We both gonna pay. Mine just called title of responsibility. When you're doing pay for play, you ain't responsible, but you just got pleasure. You know, yours is just pleasure principle. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, staying for months. Okay, cool, definitely. Oh yeah, we can hang out. Looking for a place to live outside the States. Is Cali going to be our base? He said Cali is going to be our base in South America. I love Cali being the base, man. I love it here. I kid you not. I love all over Colombia, love South America in general, but Cali, I like that kind of big city, but still kind of like laid back. I did the rat race as a dude that lived in Florida for 14 years. There's only so much tourism you could take in a lifetime. There's only so much rat race that go that you get in Miami and Orlando, and all of it is just tourist based. Just think about Orlando gets 22 million visitors every year to see a mouse. 22 million visitors from around the world go to Orlando. And so when I was there, touristy, Tampa, we got the beaches, Clearwater Beach, St. Pete Beach. So we got the football stadium, the hockey team, the baseball. We got all these tourists coming, and then the snowbirds, the old people that own property, they coming down during the wintertime, getting on your last nerve. So to come to Cali is like, I like my big city feel, but then I want to be just a little slower. Medellin was just like being back in Florida. Nothing but tourists. I love y'all, but I ain't trying to see y'all. I love Americans, but I ain't trying to see Americans. That's for real, man. Ugh. I'm tourist out. Black Phoenix Mars says, shout out to you, brother. He said, Colombian women are hard as heck to get. They too quiet and creepy. Depends on the woman that you're dealing with. I didn't know exactly what you're talking about. I've had a couple of those. Where you sit back, you think you know one thing about them, then all of a sudden something completely different. You be like, did I just get the wool pulled over my eyes? Yeah, Colombian women remind you of like cats, man. Colombian women are like cats. And you know how people sit back and say women are felines. Colombian women really are felines, man. Like female, like panthers and leopards and yeah, man. They do have that sense of like that. It's almost as if they're Pisces. It's like they always look like they're always up to something. Like, yeah, you look like you up to something. Yeah. Even the quiet ones, even the loud party ones, both of them you kind of take with a grain of salt until you really get to know them. Andrea was like that, just really that quiet laid backness. But Andrea was really trying to watch and see how I was, but she still was the exact same way, that kind of like quiet, like cat-like behavior. Like, should I trust her? What's wrong with her? So yeah, I'm with you on that one, brother. Cost of living in African-Colombian community works for, yeah, that's true. You can't get the brothers and sisters down here in good cooking. You get good cooking down here. Let's go to number 10. Number 10 reason or sign that it's over, bruh, for your long distance relationship is this. Y'all talking too toxic to each other. Whenever y'all just talk to each other, just greasy, like y'all just don't even give up, bruh. I'm telling you, it's over. Let it go. She talking, you know how Latin women can be sometimes. They talking crazy to you, and we brothers, we ain't about to take that. And so we talking crazy to them. Bro, if y'all got to talk crazy to each other, it's over. Let it go. Let her have somebody else to talk crazy to. And don't be one of them dudes that's be like, I like crazy love. It's passionate. No, when you were 22, that was cool. You a grown man now. That ain't cool when a grown man sit up there and got to let a woman talk to him crazy in the name of it's sexy. No, you're a grown man, dude. Don't do that. Don't do that. If she talking crazy to you and you got to respond back crazy to her, let it go. My motto used to be like Ja Rule. I done already smashed you. I done already hit it. So it's not like I can sit back and be like, oh man, I'm gonna take her craziness until I hit it. No, I done hit you for like what, 2 years? Ah, girl, it's over. I'm good. Like I always say, my old school motto was, I got women by the dozen. If I ain't smashing her, I'm smashing her cousin. Believe that one, man. You got to be able to move on. Be able to move on. Yeah, first rule of Fight Club. We don't talk about Fight Club. Don't come to Cali. Yeah, that's for real. Don't come to Cali. Do not talk about Cali. That's for real. Dudes. If you know some dudes that's on some effery, do not be brave. If you got partners and you know your partner, you may be a cool dude. Perfect for Cali, Colombia. But if you think you about to drag some partners down here that's going to be on some stupidity, man, don't tell them about Cali. You just come down here by yourself, bro. I got your back. I'll be your hangout dude. But don't bring nobody down here that you know your partners ain't about to right. Because they going to go back disappointed in 3 days. Most dudes that are Medellin, I hate to say it, you Medi heads, y'all don't last in Cali long, man. Y'all be in Cali. Man, y'all be in Cali like 2-3 days, man. Be bored out your mind. Bored out your mind. I'm going back to Medellin. I'm going to Cartagena. You know why? Even though Cali got more clubs, more bars, more restaurants, and more things to do than Medellin and Cartagena. If you ain't got nobody to tell you where to go, you lost in Cali. And we ain't telling. We ain't telling nothing. No, man, we ain't telling you nothing. Hey, Dre, where to go to book a consultation? We ain't telling nothing. Dudes, we got a good family of like 30 dudes down here, man. Ex-military, dudes that own businesses down here, dudes that work online down here. We got about good 30 really good brothers that either travel in and out of Cali on a regular basis or live here in Cali full time. And we ain't telling nothing. If you ain't in our WhatsApp groups, we don't tell you nothing. We ain't introducing you to nothing. Listen, it be dudes that come to Cali and leave, and we don't even know that they even came into the city. Nope. Cali is a city that somebody, even your little girlfriend, your little lady friend, somebody got to show you around Cali. You ain't gonna just walk up in here like you do Medellin, and that's why dudes be leaving. Oh, man, Cali boring. I ain't never going back to Cali. Nah. Hey, goodbye. We be waving at you like the Beverly Hillbillies. Y'all come back now, you hear? Y'all come back. That's how we be waving at y'all, man. We don't be caring about you dudes that I don't like Cali. We love the fact y'all said that. We be like, spread the word. Spread the word. Cali's not the place to come to. Go back to Medellin. Go back to Cartagena. Boo. We love you, Cartagena. Hey, we'll know. We'll know. We'll say, I only say Jack. We'll already know, man. All of us are just some close-knit dudes, man. And we just have so much fun, so many things to do. And man, listen, we ain't showing y'all nothing. Nothing. You ain't gonna know. He said, I said, Jack, he said, I'm in and out. Yep. Me and Will ran across each other in the mall. Man, listen. We don't tell nobody, man. He said, retired military. He said, and man, what's the organization, man? Oh, the Mason brothers. And it's gonna be a blast. Oh, yeah, man. And you, man, usually it's so many retired military brothers down here too, man. I see that a lot of retired military dudes kind of gravitate to Cali too, and it's kind of more or less like y'all just want a place to just enjoy life, to, enjoy yourself, a place that you can go in and out of, a place that you ain't got to worry about every time you turn around somebody being scope of me. Now, does it happen here in Cali? Yes, but it happens rare in Cali. And you got to be the type of dude that's messing with bottom feeders. Ain't no regular chick in Cali on that. Cali is a relationship city, very relationship city. And but I remember Los came down here from Cartagena. My man Los from Crypto TV. Man, he lost his mind. He said, man, I did not know y'all had this many gorgeous sisters down here. I was like, man, this Cali, bro. This Cali. City of the educated sisters. Okay, I think I'm dipping in the conversation. Yep, I am. Jamal says, Cali WhatsApp group for life. Yep, for real, man. For real. We're a really close-knit group of dudes, man. We share so much information. Like I said, soon as I made the reservation for the Super Bowl at Hooters, I put it in the group. Hey guys, I got reservations for us. We all gonna meet at Hooters. I'll be there at 1 o'clock. Boom, 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 boom. So forth and so forth and so forth. Okay, always been the trailblazer. Yep. That's how you got to do it too. That's exactly how you do it. Okay, we're gonna hit the list one more time. 10 reasons for why your long distance relationship is over. 10 signs. First of all, is the calls and the text messages start to be shorter, start to slowly just they ain't what they used to be. You don't plan for the future together, even if for your next trip, y'all just don't talk about it anymore. Number three is, wait a minute. Let's see this one. It says don't plan for the future. Plan. Oh, no plans to meet up. Y'all. Number 3 is no plans to meet up. Y'all just don't talk about meeting up again. Number 4, that's y'all start lying to each other about little things. Number 5, somebody's cheating. Number 6 is constant fighting. Y'all constantly fighting about something. Number 7 is that y'all don't appreciate the work that it puts in, that you guys are putting in for a long distance relationship anymore. Y'all just don't appreciate each other anymore. Number 8 is everything is one-sided. Either you're putting in all the work to keep the relationship going, or she putting in all the work. That's not cool. Number 9 is you are no longer excited to be together or see each other. And number 10 is too much toxic talk. Even when you just have little games like, well, what if we weren't together? What would you do? Real relationships don't talk like that. Well, if I don't come down on this particular trip, so what you said, you're going to break up with me? Real relationships don't talk like that. So if I don't come see you by September, not in the real relationship. So I'm going to give you another one. Number 11. This is a sign that your relationship is not a good long distance relationship. You don't have pop-up privileges. I said it. Let me get a little mint. You don't have the ability to just pop up in town. Babe, I'm in town. What? You don't get that. Because you ain't got pop-up privileges. You can't just pop up. I'm not just talking about like popping up at her job or something. I just said pop up in town. The weekend of Valentine's 2019. Valentine's in Colombia is September 21st. I was in the States getting some paperwork and so many things together, right? I was there for a couple months to take care of some things. And my boy said, "Hey Dre, you ain't been out to Colombia for about 3 months, dude. You sure you don't need to go see your girl, man?" And I'm like, "No, she fine, she good, she okay." He said, "Dre, every woman needs to see her man, bro." He said, "No matter who you are. And you need to see her. I see you." He said, "I see your energy, bro. You need to go see your woman." I said, "You think so?" Now, I never told this story to you guys. I said, you think so?" He said, "Yeah, bro. You need to go see your woman." I'm talking about Andrea. And this was the weekend that I was gonna get the ring and ask her to marry me. We had been together for a few years. And I remember I reached out to her mom and her brother. And we set it all up. Andre ain't know nothing. Some of you guys have seen the videos on YouTube. Andre didn't know nothing. And I pretended like I was still in the States. I'm at the airport. She's like, what you up to today? Da, 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 da. I said, "I'm doing this, I'm doing that," and so forth. I fly out. I get here, and her mom and her brother meet me at the airport. I come here to the apartment. Andrea just so happened to be on the phone with her aunt in Italy. I knock on the door. Andrea, "Oh my God." And it's on the video. "Oh my God." Oh, da, 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 da. So so Camilo, her brother, he started filming because she's so happy. And mom's so happy because mom was able to get me into the apartment. So in other words, Andrea thought it was her mom and her brother just coming to visit. She didn't know it was me on the other side of that door. If you ain't got pop-up privileges, you ain't in no real long distance relationship. And I don't mean pop up into the house. We just so happen to be our place. I'm not saying that you need to pop up at her house. I'm talking about pop up in the city. If you can't pop up in the city and that person be happy to see you, your long distance relationship ain't real. And I'm saying it. I'm saying it. I'm not saying that she needs to put her job and her work hours on hold. I'm not saying that. But she should be happy that you are in town. And if you ain't got no pop-up privileges, dude, it ain't gonna work. And some of y'all thinking right now, why you thinking about your long distance relationship, you like, "Man, do I got pop-up privileges?" Ooh. You thinking right now, do I have pop-up privileges? If you got to think about it, you ain't got them. If you know that if you popped up, your girl gonna have 15 excuses why she ain't got time to see you. Now remember, Andrea's still working full time. She's getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning and working throughout the day like everybody else. But I knew I had pop-up privileges, not because this is your apartment. You sure you got no. I had pop-up privileges before this apartment. So I'm letting you brothers know, man, if you ain't got pop-up privileges, and I know I said that 100 times already, you need to check yourself in regards to come to the conclusion, this long distance relationship thing, it might not be for me, or it may not be for us as a couple. I might need to find somebody else and let her find somebody else. All right, guys, I'm up out of here. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody, like anybody on the cash apps or super chats or anything. Make sure I didn't miss anyone. Shout out to Joseph for the super chat. Let me get this right. I think it's for the. I think it was the Cash App that came through. Shout out to Joseph for the $7 Cash App. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you very much. Thank you kindly. Appreciate you guys, man. And Charles Jones for the $5. I think Charles said this before, but I didn't get a chance to give you the shout out. So, guys, those are the signs, man. Now, you can turn off this live stream and you can ignore everything I just said for the last 3 hours and pretend like Andre don't know what the hell he's talking about. But I'm going to tell you something for real, bro. Everything I told you is from all the experience I've seen what happened to dudes and all the experience I've had on the positive side. So I'm just letting you brothers know, man. If you use it once this live stream is gone off, cool. If you don't and you decide to keep that little feeling in your phone and you don't keep on smashing her, don't be looking crazy and cussing her out and calling her out of her name when it don't work out. That's all I'm saying. If it don't work out, don't be acting like you stuck on stupid and ain't nobody tell you nothing. Because Drake, your boy, just told you. I just gave you the game on how it works if it's not working out. So walk away, shed your tears, take that L, and meet somebody else in these other countries, because there's a lot of good women down here. Yeah, brothers better listen. I'm telling you, man. And I know it's hard. Some of these women, they're so affectionate, so feminine, so sweet, it's so sexy that it's hard, so alluring that it's hard to walk away. You say just send that tour flyer. Send that tour flyer to the WhatsApp, bro. Okay, cool, Charles. Okay, but yeah, I'm just saying, brothers. I'm just saying. All right, I'm up out of here. Once again, it's your boy Andre. Love Crossing Borders. I'll be seeing you guys this Friday night, drink in hand. We're going to do it good this Friday. We're going to do it good. I'll see you guys later. Have a good night.